Yeah, they go more live now. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, wonderful people. IPOB want family. IPOB want family. One family. IPOB. Please, we are sorry for coming up late due to some technical issue, but it's okay. So, without not wasting much of our time, we need to go straight to the business of the day. We need to play our national item, then we take it off from there. Thank you, Umuchineke.
Land of the rising sun, willow and cherry, beloved home, land of our great hero. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all unborn. What is the price He paid for all we hope in? And let us stand without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, give thee our soul and hand. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count the free land. The waving stand, the glint and golden the free, shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are born, the wounds of passion heal. We shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets fill the glorious song of victory. We score all might and wrong. O God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heal the humanist cause, to give and not to count the cost each day. Let those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this kind a land of righteousness.
All hail Biafra, all hail Biafra, all hail Biafra.
Where you are, we are going to get back to you, but first of all, we must pray. And I'm going to pray. It's a good prayer that I pray with the Lord's Prayer, which reminds us about the supremacy of the Almighty Creator Scripture that I'm approving anywhere. The verse is Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our sins, and forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forevermore. We say, now our
Can we all be on mute, please? On mute. Yes. Mazi, go on, Mazi.
IPOB.
One family.
One family.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
One family.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra. Today, we are here with our comrades, IPOB Western Cape Town, South Africa, the executive of IPOB Western Cape Town. Today, they join us in our program. And today, they have a lot they will tell Biafrans. And we will also ask them some few questions. Because we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. In this platform, we said nothing but the truth. Because IPOB family was established under the platform of truth by our leader. So we follow the footstep. That's why every person here is on camera. Every person here is on camera. If we want to be among the 100 men, how will you be under the carpet and try and working hard that you are among 100 men that our leader said? We are not the 100 men our leader said, but we are just presenting the element. That's why our face is on media, on Facebook. We are fearless. Today, Mazi, we have to we have to introduce ourselves. My name is Mazi Ezumezu. Mazi, please. Go on, Mazi George. Then our company will introduce themselves.
Yeah, please, can everybody mute their mic? I need everybody mute their mic. Your mic, please. Yeah. Can you mute, my brother, can you mute your mic, please? Mazi, can you mute your mic? We want total silence, please. Or your mic comes on only when you ask to speak, please. Please. My name is Mazi George Ikechukwu. I remain the North London coordinator here in the United Kingdom. There one more Chineke. Someone is still making noise. Can you just mute your mic, please? Mazi, I'm done. Ezumezu, can you go on, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mazi Innocent, please introduce yourself. Then after you, the next person, please. Mazi Innocent. Oh, not there. Okay. Please, Mazi Sunday. Please, can you introduce yourself to Biafrans, please?
Good evening, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, Biafrans. Depending where you are. My name is Sunday Chukuma Onebulem, Belfort Unit Coordinator, Western Cape.
Ndewo, Mazi.
God bless Biafrans.
Ndewo, Mazi.
Ndewo.
Yeah. Mazi Chima. Okay. Mazi Emmanuel Oko, please. Can you introduce yourself to Biafrans?
Hello, Biafrans all over the world. My name is Emmanuel Okoye, the Western Cape Secretary. Ndewo no Chineke.
You're welcome, Mazi. You're welcome, Mazi. Mazi Cyprian, please. Can you introduce yourself, please?
IPOB, one family.
One family.
My name is Cyprian Obaka Noroka. I'm one deputy coordinator, Sadana Bay, Western Cape.
Ndewo, Mazi. Ndewo. Mazi Chima Chinedu, please.
IPOB, one family.
One family.
IPOB, one family. One family, IPOB.
Yeah.
Good evening, BIAFRANs. Good evening, good night, and good morning, depending on your locality. My name is Mazi Ikechukwu, coordinator Sadana Bay from Western Cape, South Africa. My comrades, all hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Ndewo, Mazi. Mazi Frank, onye Buchi, please.
IPOB.
One family.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depend where you are watching us from. My name is Mazi Frank Onyebuchi. I am the coordinator of Parklands Unit here in Western Cape.
Yeah, welcome, Wachineke. Mazi Don, please.
IPOB,
one family.
One biggest family.
IPOB.
Afambo Mazi Onyebu na anọrị efo, aka Eteketon. Abụ m the PRO IPOB Western Cape. Udo dịrị n'ụmụ Chineke.
Yeah, welcome, no? Ndewo nwa Chineke. Mazi Godwin, please.
IPOB.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, all comrades. Afambo. My name is Chika Amade. I'm Deputy Coordinator Strand Unit. IPOB. One family.
Yeah. Please, is there any person here that haven't introduced himself? Please.
IPOB.
One family.
IPOB.
One family.
IPOB. One biggest family.
One biggest family.
I don't want myself to introduce my greetings to IPOB worldwide. Okay. Mazi Ikechukwu, Deputy PRO, Western Cape. IPOB.
One family. Yeah. I think Mazi Innocent Ariama Noreba is not here. Okay. We move. Mazi George Umeh, please take over now. No. Hello, Mazi George Umeh. Na nebe nekwu. Mazi George.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was struggling to get back on because we are someone is getting in. Let's admit one of our brother that just coming in.
Okay.
Someone just get in.
Okay, Stanley Greatness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mazi Stanley, can you quickly introduce yourself before we go on the program, please? If you may.
Mazi Stanley, in a never in
Mazi Stanley, can you hear us?
Yes. Yeah,
and then we can quickly introduce yourself and put shirt on. Yeah, the whole world is looking at you. Okay, Mazi, I think Innocent is not here, so I will just give a quick that's the monologue. Welcoming our comrade that is just joining us today. My fellow comrade, I thank every single one of you that have decided to come out, as we all have done, to set the record straight and to stand on the gap of our leader. What we are doing here, we always say it, there's no prejudice attached to it. This is why we joined IPOB. There's a reason for all of us. We all engaged in something before we had a voice, so many of us, and we came out. So I'm thanking all of you to come out today to air your own voice to BIAFRANs, to them to hear us as we're going to interact tonight. Mazi, I think it will be very important that as you that are the host, you take it one after another, you know. But I don't know why Mazi Innocent is not here. I think the network is frustrating or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, let's.
But our brother that just came in now, Stanley, can you introduce yourself before we go forward? If you can hear me.
IPOB.
One family.
Afambo Mazi Stanley Okonkwo, Deputy Coordinator Parkrans Unit, Captain Western Cape.
Okay. Ndewo Wachineke. Yeah, you know, this is this program, we call it critical analysis. Here today is an interactive program. It's not an interview, because if it's an interview, we have our procedures, what we do. But today, I think that that procedure will have to be aside. We have to keep it aside because it's not an interview. So you guys are here to tell BIAFRANs how the Cape Town is moving, and at the same time, more important, your stand on the new accounts that we will be hearing in South Africa. That's very, very important. It's very, 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 very important. So you guys have to educate us, tell us, no, but please, if you want to say something, please make sure you are sure of what you are saying. I think before we go, I would like to play a clip of our HOD, our HOF, no, head of finance, what he said. So
the former one, like Obiuku you mentioned, and Chidera, we worked very well with them, no problem. Not a single argument. We will sit down, we will talk, we will call for a meeting, everything will be fine. No problem. But this very one is one problem to another. You call for a meeting, he will kick it up, he will do this, he will kick it up. I ask myself, is he actually for this Biafra restoration? I don't know. Sad, really. This issue of accounts, opening of accounts, didn't start today. He started it immediately our leader was detained. The problem started. But when our leader was there, he kept quiet as if everything was fine. I sent a message to the SADC rep to tell him that no new account should be opened. We have an account already. We have a national one, we have an international one. And we use it for the purpose our leader set it up for. No, this man will argue and argue. He will go on their forum. He will be abusing me, calling me names. Well, I looked at him. I said, well, it's one of those things. He refused bluntly because he is not alone. Somebody else is pushing him. But our battles are gone mine. He must do the right thing. If he has to be in IPOB. Here, there is nothing like Godfather. There is no Godfather in this struggle. Because you are running your race. I am running my race. I will be responsible for what I did. You will be responsible for your own. His work is to coordinate, to make sure that everything goes smoothly. He has nothing to do with accounts. Because already there's an existing account. South Africa had no account. It was only Ndu that said, we need accounts in South Africa to cover that area for a particular purpose. And I passed the message to the then national coordinator, who is Chidera. And he opened the account. And everything fine. But he now wants to change it because he thinks he's a national coordinator, then he wants to change it. He might go, I can make him. But no, it's not going to happen. It is called.
Can somebody, I've said it before, can you, I don't know, making this noise, please. Can you just,
what?
Meet yourself, Mazi. Mazi, 1 second.
IPOB worldwide, and she is a woman of immense integrity and substance. One of the pioneer contributors to Radio Biafra and IPOB before a lot of people came along. Anything she tells me, I believe, is gospel. Everything is properly documented.
Yeah, IPOB. Yeah, I believe everybody understood the video clips I play. Please. Please, is there any person that
Maz, 1 second.
Okay.
The moderating, I'm begging, please. Can everybody be on mute? Can we be on mute? Can you mute your mic, please? One second, Mazi, because I definitely have to start meeting people. Mazi, is he Cyprian? Cyprian, can you mute yourself, please? I'll mute you many times and you still unmute yourself, and there's a noise in your background.
Yeah. There is a noise because of all this. My kid, he make noise here.
Can you mute yourself, please? Can you?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, Mazi, our brother has just come back. Mazi,
Innocent
is here now.
Yeah.
So Mazi Innocent, I think it's very important that you are here. So Mazi, wait, I want to play. There's a voice I need to play. We have just talked about finance, so we have to keep this program going forward. Since Mazi Innocent is here, I want to play this voice for a very particular reason for South Africans, our comrade that is here. So you guys to pick up a point from this particular individual, what that transpired after all this whole thing that's going on. Can we just listen to this for 1 minute? I'm gonna play 2 more videos before you guys now we start taking questions over that. Okay, it wouldn't add. 1 second. I think we have to do it the other way around because we have already a lot of people on the screen, so it wouldn't allow us to play that, to add it up on the screen again. But there's a particular video I need to play. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I've seen it. Thank you.
Anybody who advises or talks to our sister Nene, she's listening to us. Please, South Africa is a violent society. Very, very violent society. Please do not come to South Africa and instigate problem in South Africa. Some of our people here are suffering so badly. Please, we don't want to fight each other in South Africa. If you're tired of what you are doing for IPOB, leave South Africa. We don't want to fight each other here in South Africa. And nobody in South Africa should listen to anybody who goes and instigate problem among us. Nobody should do that. What we are fighting is freedom. We will not allow anybody to come from somewhere over the radio or because we are fighting for freedom, instigate us to start carrying guns and start looking for each other, fighting each other. We should never allow that to happen. Well, Mazi, our national coordinator, the floor is yours.
The reason why I play this voice is that this is a direct threat, you know, because when people speak in videos, it's only an intelligent person who understands where they're coming from. Because what is happening is that they will use intimidation and indirectly passing a message. Madam Nyanya should not come to South Africa to cause problem. And now it's bringing into, we know how South Africa is and what happens in South Africa. But I won't speak for South Africa. I will let you guys, as you have listened to this voice, and this goes on with what has happened in finance, to us to sail through tonight, you know, whatever you guys want to, you know, tell BIAFRANs tonight, and you borrow your words from them as well to do it. Mazi, so I will leave the floor for you. Mazi, Innocent is here. There. Ezumezu, take over, please.
Yeah. So, my comrade, let me add it down. Okay. Yeah. So we have played the two video clips. So BIAFRANs want to hear from the executive, the IPOB Cape Town, your thoughts on these two video clips we play. Then after we come to Mazi Innocent, because there is a specific question we want to ask him. But this now is for the executive. Please, should I call name or should you voluntarily speak? Hello. Yeah. Let me start from Mazi Sunday. Mazi Sunday, these two video clips we play. So, what's your thoughts?
IPOB, one family, one bigger family, IPOB.
Yeah.
My name is Sunday Chukwuma, Bevu Youth Coordinator, Western Cape, South Africa.
Yeah.
So my BIAFRANs, brothers, there's something I'm sure everybody understand about finance in IPOB. Finance in any IPOB is like independent under their own, which only anybody will right. Each man that finance apart from Onyendu, of my own understanding, because no Onyendu make a matter na any account, nenya amahanya no fake. And na mo son the Chukwu Ezumezu Bevu coordinator and the Bevu unit. And when he will go kwela any account, abu that national account, Madam Nenya no nimie. And don't want any threat. Don't want any threat. Anybody can well change my mind until Onyen Dopota onye ndụpụtasị nọ the new account emepere bụ nke bụ ihe kwesịrị use. I can equally come out and ask for forgiveness, but for now ebe m stand in gbasara account bụ no account nke nne na anya nọ n'ime ka mụ aga na-etinye ego bevu unit Western Cape.
Maazị Sunday ka m lachaa gị ọnụ, ọ na-asị ndị Igbo kwuchi asị ka m lachaa gị ọnụ. O nwere something market play now, but all you do so hard when we with Thier now to support what you said. Our leader Mazi Nankan said any account Madam Nenyanya did not see, he will close that account. This our quote from our leader.
Yeah.
No. So thank you so much. Let me go to Mazi Frank Onyebuchi. Yeah.
IPOB.
One family.
My name is Frank Onyebuchi. I am the coordinator, Parklands Unit. My comrades, I thank you for inviting me in this program this evening. About the finance, you know, the issue of finance is something that brought all the problems we are experiencing in IPOB South Africa today, because those who are supposed to work for IPOB in their capacity left whatever that was given to them to do and intruding in other people's offices. So yesterday, I was in phone conversation with a South African PRO. So he made a comment that struck me, and that gave me a headway. Then I began to understand where the whole thing is coming from. The whole thing that you see playing out today about this account and other things are purely because of power tussles. They want to show who is who in South African IPOB. It's not an accusation. I cannot come here and say something that I don't know because I am under oath. And I am very, very fearful to go against the oath that I took, because this oath involves my unborn children. So I'm very, very careful. I understood the oath quite well. So in the process of the conversation, he made a comment that how can Madam Nenanya came all the way from Germany and ask someone that is not the national coordinator to release money to her. That what he should be doing, first and foremost, she should contact the national coordinator, who will now give his approval for the money to be released. So I was like, is this the way that our leader made it? Or all these things are happening because our leader is not here? He said so many things like, how can a Malawian woman be involved and be the one who signs and oversee the money that BIAFRANs contribute? That is not done over his dead body, and he's going to fight with his last blood. So when I was discussing this with him, I did not object him. I left him to be speaking his mind, because it's very, very important. So at the end of the day, I came to conclusion that everything you see that is happening today is because personal interest. Some people or somebody wants to show that he is in charge here. So that struck me hard, and I was disappointed that the executive who's supposed to gather this family and keep it the way our leader left it are the same people who are bringing all manner of divisions, power tussles, and other things into the family. So I told him that I am not going to pay my money in any account that our leader does not know anything about. Like my comrade said, our leader gave an instruction, which is any account that Madam Nenayanya does not know should not exist in IPOB. Every one of us heard it. When I bring our code of conduct to their knowledge, they will put it down like it's not important. One of the coordinators here told me some time ago that in this code of conduct, if there is things that our leader is not a spirit, he's a human being, that he could make mistake in trying to put together this code of conduct. And therefore, if he made mistakes, anywhere we encounter mistakes, we should remove that particular paragraph and then replace it with whatever we are trying to do that will suit it. Then I told him, do you know that this is the height of insubordination? That when this call came, you were not there. It was our leader who received this call. And the roadmap is entirely his. You came to join him when you heard his voice. So why are you now dictating for the one whom you're supposed to be following? Now you are trying to lead one who is leading you. I am not going to be part of it. Because this is what is insubordination. So when they talk about what is happening in Western Cape, IPOB, South Africa today, he admitted to me that they made a mistake. Yes, they made a mistake by imposing someone on IPOB, Western Cape. He admitted it. So as a man, if you know you made a mistake and you admit it, what should be your reaction? You should do something to correct what you have spoiled. So what are you doing to correct what you have spoiled? So my own conclusion here is that I am going to continue to, Parkland's unit will continue to pay our month funds, which is our ESN and our monthly dues, to the account that Nenayanya is in charge, or rather is involved. I am not going to deposit my money to account that someone or two people in their own capacity who are not even finances, because if you go to our code of conduct, it made it very, very clear in finance that coordinator doesn't have to open an account. If an account should be open, it should be the finance, either the secretary or treasurer. So you, the coordinator, going to open an account, what is your motive? What are you trying to do? Are you running an IPOB as your own personal business? No, it's not going to be done. I am not going to be part of it. I made it very, very clear. And I stand with it tomorrow until our leader said otherwise. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Mazi Frank, ndewo. Today is one of my happiest days. So if we didn't go on and dig and find out and get to Mazi Innocent to find out what really happened, do you know a lot of people believe that people are autopilot, just the way they say it in that platform. They say you people are autopilot. But today, Biafrans can hear with their ears. We can see. Look at you guys videos. Your pictures is there, fearless. Nwoke kwuru na kwuru ka nwoke. Amụ nwoke na-abụ nwoke, amụ nwaanyị na-abụ nwaanyị. Maazị ndewo. Ka m gaa to Emmanuel Oko. Maazị Emmanuel Oko, anyị abịa n'obigu. Biafra na-ege ntị. Oya.
Okay. Good evening, Biafras. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. And my name is Emmanuel Okoye, the Western Cape Secretary. I will just say a little I know about this issue in South Africa. And the issue of account in South Africa, and I'm not new in IPOB South Africa. I joined them 2013, and since then, I know that if you can count 1 or 2 times I miss my paying my dues or so, but maybe I'm not around in South Africa. So I'm always attending my meeting, attend all the meetings. So since then, everything are going fine. When Chukwu Ezumezu was the national coordinator of South Africa, I know how we started it. I know how we are paying money to national. Even there was a time where they are taxing us to pay, because we are the best contributor in South African finance, best contributor in South African finance. We are in Cape Town, remain the best. So there was even a time they said the order comes from above that each that South African zone must pay $25,000, so they must share. So we share, then they have to share it according to zone. We pay, we don't question. So after that, things are still going until the region of Obiku passed, then Isaac was there. Then we continue to, then there is nothing like South African national account. Even during the time of Chukwu, there is nothing like South African account, national account. They are using their private account. Even during the time of Isaac, they are also using their private account. So we are paying our money. We don't even have in mind that somebody can say, let me take a little, not to say that he is taking a lot of money from the purse of IPOB, because we believe that we are whiter than snow, as our leader said it. So things continue going on until they start having problem with the Isaac. Then, you know, when in South Africa IPOB, not in only IPOB in South Africa, in any organization in South Africa, they believe that the people that is controlling it is from Johannesburg. If you are not part of them in Johannesburg, then you are a minority, you are nobody. So, and all the posts must be held by people from Johannesburg. That is how it's going on in this country. Even Ohanes Ndibo, even their zoo country meeting, even any other political organizations, they just take it as their men. That is, they are the people that controlling it. They take the major post. So when things are going wrong, you don't have anything because they are majority to say. So during the time of Isaac, all these things, then it will start ringing that Isaac is eating money, doing this, doing that. but we are just watching because we are not. Western Cape is very far from Johannesburg, and the meetings is you can only the meetings maybe once in a year. Maybe our this thing here can go for only maybe 1 or 2 officers can go for meeting there. So then, but let me cut everything short. Based on this issue of accounts, this current one we are battering now. When it started, the first person that called me is National PRO, which the name is Yara Nachi. He called me on phone. He told me that, do you know that IPOB National want to change Innocent area as a captain, want to change Innocent area from coordinator of Western Cape? I said, no. I said, did anything happen? He said, yes, that they want to remove him because he is not, things are not going well with them in National. I said, what type of things that is not going? He said that he doesn't obey what they are saying, that they are, he doesn't obey, that he is biased. That he said that he is biased, that he also said that the national executive are biased, that they are not doing their work well, so that they don't know what they are doing. I said, okay. He said also that they want to change our national finance, which is Madam Aria. I said, why? What happened? He said the issue is that he said that the Aria doesn't want to give account. I said, but she's giving account gradually. That the account is not what you can come out one day and present, because money is coming in day after day, day after day. So how can he finish the account? And you know that if the way she want to give the account, she want to give it according to unit, not zone, according to unit, because we have zones, then unit. That she must prepare it in a way everybody will understand it. She said, but she is taking time, that they gave her time to do that. She is taking more time. I said, okay, who do you want to change? She said, they never have power to change her now, but that the national executive will find who will change her. I said, okay, what of our zonal coordinator, Innocent Thier? Said they already, that people have recommended Mr. Solomon to be the if I have any other person. I said, I don't have, but I said, what is the offense of Aria? Why? He said that he's doing well, but the problem is that he's working with her wife. That is the one that's giving the wife power not to obey them. Okay, I said, what is the offense of that? Is it only because of account? He said, the problem they have with Madam Aria is that Madam Aria doesn't obey our national coordinator. That when the national coordinator says something, he doesn't want to obey. That Nnenayanya is controlling her from Germany. That Nnenayanya can take money from Germany without involving national coordinator. How can it be done? That this can happen. And the truth that she's not a Biafra by birth. So how can a serious post like this will be given to an outsider? So after she said all over what she said, he said, then I decided to say, okay, but whatever you people want to do, you must consult the people that is above us, which is DOS, to know if it's properly to remove someone who is working assiduously to make sure that Biafran restoration will be achieved. She said that he told me that they are doing so. They're not long run. In finance, many of them, they are not paying their money in their accounts. Then when you ask question, they don't want to entertain the question. They will be treating you that if you sell this, say that, they will remove you. So a lot of things was going wrong. A lot of things was going wrong. So at the time, I told them, all these things you people are doing, do you know, you have to follow the code of conduct. That our code of conduct, everybody know how it works. That in IPOB, we have different departments. We have media departments, they have their head. And anything they are doing about media, their head must know everything about it. Without him, Chika, Edoziem, our DOS can't interfere. He must hear from media head before he ever say anything about it. I said we have security, which we know who is heading it. We have other departments, we have medical, we have all those things. This finance, which is in Nenayanya, is the head of it. Anything you want to do without Nenayanya, that thing is illegal in IPOB. And even the way they are fighting this lady, it seems like there is something they are looking for. There is a lot of, it's like the money they are finding, they find out that is going on, coming in there is too much for maybe one person or two people to offer to eat. That is too many people must come in to join and enjoy the money. But I asked them, this lady, you people are suspecting, this account, when it was open, I know that she's not only one that is signatory to that account, and that I know that not only 1, 2, or 3 people are receiving alerts, and they are also receiving email, and that this lady, you people are accusing, she never even touched money one day, because all the units, they are paying money direct to their account. She don't touch money. And any money that comes in, many of you people, you people have seen it before the money come. When it comes in, you see it. And if any money is going out, you people know about it. So anyone you don't understand how it goes, then contact the head, which in Nenayanya is part of that account. Contact her and ask her that such amount was removed from our national account. What happened? Do you know about it? Then if Nenayanya said that she doesn't know about it, then you know that something is going wrong. Hey. Hello?
Yeah, go on.
So
try to summarize, yeah. Other people will summarize, yeah.
Okay. So ihe a na-eme na South African IPOB. They can see you watch it's just like if they are playing cabals. You just appoint people you like. Then you tell them what to do. They follow you. South Africa IPOB, Cape Town, Western Cape doesn't have problem with South African IPOB, but only that we want to obey the code of conduct. As our leader said, any money Nenayanya is not part of, any account Nenayanya is not part of it, that account is illegal. So we stand on that one Nenayanya and our leader knows about. That is where our money is going. Thank you, my comrades.
Yeah.
May Chukwu come out. Bless all of you.
Yeah, Mazi Emmanuel, thank you so much. And let's go on, just
yes.
like you said, that in DOS they have department by department. Mazi
Yes.
for Mazi Ikechukwu for information, medical,
Yes.
no, let me tell Biafra, no. If you guys remember some months ago about that boy in Finland, Epelema, Mazi Ikechukwu said, when our leader passed that message, he passed that message to Mazi Chinasanworu, and Chukwu Ezumezu, the head of media, was not awake because due to time zone, you know, they waited for Chukwu Ezumezu, that is the head of finance, to pass that message to him, for him to pass to Pelema Simon. You understand? So what I'm trying to say that in DOS they have their department, and the head of department supersede what happened in this department.
Yes.
So thank you so much for pointing that fact out. Thank you so much, Mazi. So let me go to Mazi Godwin. Mazi Godwin, because Biafras are waiting for you. Let's hear your voice, please.
IPOB.
One family.
IPOB.
One family.
Let me go straight to the point. I am so happy that this program is joining today. And the opportunity when I use Bikono, my coordinator phone got through, so he came to join me on this program. I'm not when he has small time come on when introduce.
Why not?
Because on when we go to we introduce before more we eventually.
Okay.
IPOB.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
My name is Ken.
Let everybody mute.
No. Mazi, can he up they have two devices there. Mazi, they have two devices.
Okay, Mazi Godwin, we're two devices there.
That is on. So one
Okay, my name is Kenzaki Ekebuisi. I am the coordinator of Strand Somerset Unit here in Western Cape. I'm very grateful for allowing me to be here with you people. It's a very big pleasure. This is a time for us to unravel all the mysteries behind the allegations being leveled against IPOB Western Cape. Thank you all. God bless everybody. IPOB.
One family. Yeah. Please, Mazi
Godwin,
continue. So
yeah, he could have carried on. He could have finished before God is the coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to carry on.
Carry on. Yeah.
Okay. Once again, I'm grateful to be here with you people for the opportunity given to us, the people in Western Cape, to say something concerning the insinuations and allegations being leveled against us, the people of Western Cape. As a starter, I want to tell all of you, our people here, that Western Cape is one of the strong points of IPOB in South Africa and in the world general, because the type of cohesion, oneness, and unity that exists here in Western Cape, I don't think that can be boasted of in other countries or Western or other regions. Here we are formidably united under one umbrella of IPOB, and we are being marshaled along by a very, very strong hand who happens to be Mazi Innocent earlier. But I think that the problem we are having in Western Cape and South Africa in general is an issue of jealousy, because some people doesn't want where unity stands, because if not, I don't see why anybody will want to come and put a problem for us here in Western Cape. However, they are not succeeding, and they have not succeeded at all. Concerning what is being discussed here today, I want all of us to know, or all our listeners to understand, that IPOB Western Cape remains one united and formidable. In the area of finance, just as my brothers have already said, we coordinators, we agree that no coordinator, just as our leader Mazi Ikechukwu commanded, has anything to do with finance. Any area of finance, I can't just bring myself out here to answer it properly without consulting with my finance officer, because he knows all and he's doing a very good job concerning the finance. They work hand in hand with the finance officer of South Africa, who happens to be Mrs. Gloria Alia, and a member of DOS, Madam Neniyanya, sees to it, because Mazi Neniyanya has never complained about IPOB Western Cape concerning where our money goes, of which our money goes to the right channel. We follow when this issue of where money should go comes up. We visited IPOB code of conduct, and we saw that we are not making any mistake. So nobody should direct us otherwise. Our money should only go, or must only go, to the right place that Neneyanya oversees. If not, we said no to that. That is where what all the coordinators in Western Cape agreed on. That same account, Mazi Neneyanya sees to, is where our money will be going to. Otherwise, we say no. We don't care about anybody who is opening an account here and there. We are not part of it, and we disassociate ourselves from it. That's number one. Number two, concerning Western Cape here, the thing at play in IPOB South Africa, if we begin to say something about it, we will not go here today, because that is, I will automatically call them cabals who doesn't want the growth of IPOB in South Africa. In as much as we don't dance to their tune. Nobody needs to be a clairvoyant to see that they don't want IPOB to move ahead. And one other thing I will say here is that most of them here in South Africa who claims to be our executive members, they believe that DOS is the name of a person. And I am here to tell them that DOS is not the name of a person. Because every time they will be harassing you, you are disobeying DOS, you are disobeying. Who is that DOS? DOS is made up of number of people, which Neneyanya is part of it. They will come here, they will castigate Neneyanya, call her names, even threaten her life even. They will forget that Neneyanya is a member of DOS. DOS or Alpha Mother, the answer is no. Only group form DOS. But they will choose some part of DOS to ridicule, to threaten. So even an IPOB here in South Africa is even this my deputy coordinator here, his life has been threatened. Somebody from Joburg threatened to kill him. It is rigid. We complained, we shouted. Why must this guy be calling this guy around 2 a.m. in the night? Even giving his number to these killers of this country, to be calling him, to threaten him. They said nothing. Then coming to IPOB South Africa, they removed all the members of National Executive. That is why they are telling you here now that Mazi Ikechukwu does not agree with them. How can he agree with you when you removed all the people from Western Cape as members of Executive without even telling him? You just sleep one night, wake up one night, removed every member of Western Cape, every member of every person from Western Cape who happens to be a member of National Executive. You remove them without telling the Western Cape coordinator. How can he agree with you on that? So everything they are doing there over there, in many occasions, they threaten the finance officer who happens to come from Western Cape. They say she's she's not a BIAFRAN. Even her life has been threatened too many times. Ridiculing their life, ridiculing their family name, even insulting their children as well. And the people doing that is people that entered IPOB yesterday. This PRO who they call Agan Nach. If I tell you, I still have it here. where he was telling me that in all his life he can never be under a woman. I told him, amen. You can never be under a woman. No, even a woman is a president, you go and commit suicide. Look at the type of people we are dealing with, we are working with. So that they are fighting us, that they are doing anything, it is in their marrows not to be where peace reigns. So my brothers, my sisters, IPOB Western Cape, we are one family, we are one formidable family. We stand with our leader Mazi Ikechukwu. We'll do anything to see that he's out. We see anything that Biafra comes. Any other thing apart from that, that is not IPOB Western Cape. God bless everybody.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you so much. You know, one very important issue you point out, code of conduct. That is very important. You guys study this code of conduct and find out that you guys are in the right track. Believe me, you guys are formidable. Deputy, because that person the person that gave your number to the higher killers.
Yeah.
Please mention the name.
Okay.
So people should.
Yeah. IPOB.
One family.
Yeah, I am very happy to be in this program today. But I will not talk so long because I'm on everybody out of Tugaka everywhere. But I want to make the world to know something. And that is number one thing. IPOB's Western Cape is divine. It's from God. IPOB Western Cape is established by God, by the spirit of the ancestors of Biafra. Our leader, Onyenachai, Mazi Innocent earlier, is not appointed by us, is appointed by God to us, to lead us. And he has been a great leader that I've never seen before. If he asks me, I will still point him to lead more. In terms of what is happening in South Africa, I have studied and I find out that what is happening in South Africa is not only coming from South Africa, but I'm still trying to find out where it is coming from. Because I know that the head of the engineers pushing the people that is walking astray is not from South Africa here. And they are pushing them and they accept to make that mistake. You see, what is happening in South Africa is that if you did not accept what we are saying, you are not with us. Let me come in the threatened area. I was threatened here by Mazi Joseph Udeji. Mazi Joseph Udeji. Joseph Udeji. I was threatened. I have at least, I think, on our phone engine now, all the threatening, I have it all. But if you can permit me, I can play the one who sent the mother ever. On the other phone, I can play it. Listen to the voice.
Yeah.
Agụneche nkịta ị ga-anwụlili n'obodo a ị ga-anwụ ọnwụ ike n'obodo a ọkwa ifuru obodo anyị nọ a ga-ebu gị n'ozu wee la achọghịzi m ka a na-eji sọbụ ndị kọdinetọ maka ama m na ara gị dị iche mana ugbu a abụghị ya ka m na-akwụ gị ọnụ ọkwa ifuru ihe anyị na-eme ị ga-ala n'ozu n'obodo a.
You see, I just cut it off. I just cut it off. A lot is here on my phone. I have all threatened. I called Ayad Nachi.
Yeah.
I called Ayad Nachi privately. You see, and I reported this thing on the forum. You people did not say anything. And I'm calling you privately. What are you saying? Because you yourself, Thier, you would have you will take it away. Also, because Namono under innocent earlier, they will not do anything. I was shocked. Why? Also, innocent earlier is not accepting Ihaneku, and he is working with Nnenayanya. I was like, what is going on? Can we talk like one man to man? What is going on? Or saying that because innocent earlier is working with Nnenayanya, and he's not accepting on what if I'm not if I now that I may accept. Whether maybe push here into the bush or push here into the forest, or you go no more anything, I don't know. No, they put a different name, another block to everything, everything handed another block here. So for that, they will not treat any matter that comes from Western Cape. That was his report, his answer. I was like, what is going on in IPOB? So my people, I don't want to go for a lot has happened here, and we are seeing a lot. But because the spirit of BIAFRAN and the spirit of God is with us, Western Cape, nothing, we are unshakable. Nothing, we remain and we still believe under the leader of Mazi Ikechukwu. We still remain there. I remember I took an oath that I will never insubordinate to the life of any principal officer of IPOB. And I took an oath that anything Basara account, I will never say it because our leader, Mazi Ikechukwu, that no coordinator has right to speak anything account. Why will I come and insubordinate account? Anybody fighting for account, he knows his own opinion. Hospital culture. And the thing keep bothering me. Now, I don't know. What I know is just to contribute my own money. And when I contribute, I believe my financial head here, my phone name, and things are working. The only account we know is the account our leader here in South Africa, which is the account Nena is in charge. And apart from that account, we will never stoop low to any local or any account. And I respect our leader because he is upright and he is whiter than snow. And we follow him. And that is why IPOB, Western Cape, is whiter than snow. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yeah, Mazi Ndewo, Mazi Godwin Ndewo, no. Biafrans have heard what you said, and also heard the voice you played, the video, the voice, the recording voice you played about the man that threatened you. See, let me say this thing here. Mazi Chika Edoziem, they are listening to us. They are listening. They are all here. All of them, they are here. Mazi Chika Edoziem listening. Mazi Tony Ezumike, gee ntị. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, gee ntị. Mazi Osina Agbani, gee ntị. Aza Yoruba, gee ntị. Na this our brother. Unu report okwu na, unu iwe okwu now. Onwe anything made this our brother. Unu ka anyị ejide. Unu nwa ka anyị ejide. Anyị afụ ebe mmiri si wee na-abụ n'okpu bọgụlụ. Let me rest my case here now. Can get to Mazi Don. Mazi Don, please. Where you, Mazi Don?
IPOB.
One family.
IPOB.
One family.
One biggest family.
IPOB.
Chineke, Biafrans all over the world. Afambo Mazi Onyebuna. Etekodon. Ihe na-eme na South Africa for a very long time wo betin na-agba anya mmiri na ndị be anyị ga-anọ na-anwụ, ndị mmadụ a na-eche ka ha ga-esi na eke ego ndị mmadụ na-atụta na ka a ga-esi na-enye ha ego ka ha wee na-egbo mkpa dọọlụ ha. Abịa na South African IPOB for now, ọ dịrọzi IPOB South Africa ife enwere DNA ụka bars, ife abịa odoro ụka bars, and ha nwere extended arm from the DOS ndị nyere ha that ground ime ife ha na-eme na nwere ife na-eme. So onya mere o ji wee a na-eme ya ọ na-eme people na-ajụ why kwa na o ji ka na continue DOS adịghị ekwu anything, not because na ha nwere some people n'ime DOS na back ha up. our leader oge enwere our new national coordinator then Mazi Ikechukwu Ezumezu. The first thing our leader kwuru no sure ka IPOB South Africa do intact na anything emene. But the next thing emere na IPOB South Africa na-ewosisiri every old members, every people would one of the founders of IPOB South Africa. Ewopụsịrị ha wụkọta ndị a join na IPOB 2019 2020 tinye dia. Then I will understand what is happening until ha pụtazie those people join ofu apụtazie na-ekwuzi okwu ego a. We should almost know if I gabigaguru since 2015-16 during the time of Umeh Mazi ha. Ebidokwa ya again. Then oge njuwe ghọtazi na ihe na-emenụ na aka na-enwere extended force oge o nwere memo ha dere mgbe ahụ o nwere fraudulent memo ha dere na South Africa iji wee change the financial head IPOB South Africa, and n'ime that memo ha dere e nwere some members of DOS afa ha would the signatory to that memo. Oge ahụ ka anyị nọ wee ghọta exactly what is happening. Ka ha mutu anọ n'ụmụ Chineke IPOB
one family, you know, one family. Yeah, Mazi Aliam. There's a question, you know, we will ask you. You know, it will be like an interview. Huh? And you know, for that question, please, you need to get a glass of water because we need truth.
Yes.
No, please. Huh? Because
okay, let me get.
Yeah.
Mazi,
yeah.
Before Mazi Innocent, and because Innocent is like his own matter, but the different from what we're dealing with tonight. Yeah. I just want to lend that voice to my comrades.
Okay.
I want to say something here. You see all these men, not in all of us that is here now. We did not join IPOB because we want something. My tears is coming in my eyes. Yeah. Because every single person that have spoke here spoke as saying the same thing that I'm saying. Did you hear them use the word cabal? When Onyendu talked about cabal categorically, that's my brother that just spoke now, Don. These are veterans in IPOB. He mentioned Umeh Mazi. There was veterans here, but it's not everybody that remember what happened in IPOB. There's some people that God gave that discerning mind and to restore things. Because remember, computer we're using today was built by a human brain. The reason why I'm going to say something before Mazi Innocent we take the floor is because they said a lot. And we shouldn't just watch it away. My stand is on the cabal. I will go back on 2020 that UK was suspended and disbanded. Onyendu made a submission on that particular meeting that cabal is not allowed in IPOB. And I had so many people. I said it in our last program, in the Maji's program, there was somebody that asked Onyendu, is there anything this guy that is doing this know that we didn't know? Just like my brother said, they have extended hand in the US. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not form IPOB for himself. It was a mandate from heaven. Onyendu said, and I'll quote him verbatim, that when he went to Israel for the first time, the voice came. He ignored it. He went back on Israel again. The voice came. But the only thing the voice said when he was playing on the stone when people praise on, that it doesn't matter what happened, that you always stand inside of the truth. That's why I say, I must say it open. I never for one day kneel down and pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's safety. You know why? Because I knew from day one all of us is not here. All of us are Odogu. I don't need to say it. I don't need to talk about it. Man, that's what they call man. Before you see a man submit himself to another man, there's something supernatural about it. You know what you guys have said here is the same thing that brought all of us, because only you see this man. I know some of you are being careful, but don't worry, because I will speak. Because Mazi Innocent has something to say. But whatever you guys have said today, their submission today is what that brought us here. We don't need to be here talking. Everything in IPOB is central command. That is why every time I'll have to mention Uchemofo. If you remember Uchemofo 2015, Uchemofo can do whatever I want to do today, I don't care. But without Uchemofo, probably we won't talk about IPOB as it stands today. Uchemofo was very, very submissive. And the spirit of Biafra arrested him. He was mild. He was in a gap between this man you're seeing today. Yeah? Because Omiomio, oh, these are Omiomio boys. Omiomio was actually upright. Because if you are looking at what is happening now, what is happening in South Africa is not just in South Africa. This is this is an agenda that have pushed across board on IPOB. Across the whole world. If people like us didn't stood out. I will tell you one thing. Do you know who stopped IPOB not destroyed in 2015? It was one man. And who is that man? From 2013 was Uchemofo. When IPOB have the Council of Elders under the Bilier, they signed paper to Uchemofo to put the signature there so that Onyendu will not be that director anymore. Uchemofo said no. 2015, I, George, will tell you, I live in London. I had it on a no. If Uchemofo wanted money, IPOB could have sold, because then we were underdogs. And we would die natural death, like I see other people that have come and gone. So you know what? I bless God, because all of you that have come out now, because when you say 100 men with clean heart here, our women joined us. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I'm not saying you're one of them. But we must stand, because if Uchemofo can fall, anybody can fall. If Uchemofo can fail, no, including myself, tomorrow I'm going to start. But the other day you hear me talking nonsense, know that George, you may have gone. That's what when you say, any day I told you that's where they do it, shot me from the back. If you see men start twisting word, that's what will happen in DOS. I don't use the word. That's not just like our brother said. Yeah, DOS is an institution that guide IPOB, not individual. Because this is what I told them. When I say I don't defend the individual, I defend the structure of IPOB to letter. And what you guys have done today is noble. And records have set straight. Shenanigans that are playing with this man, they want our leader dead in prison. I will tell you this, the same thing happened in 2015. The meeting we held in UK, you know, when they start propaganda, there's an agenda. Well, then it was about our defense fund. They start talking about Uchemofo, they were paying Uchemofo. I will tell you today, as a comrade, we held a meeting in UK here. When Onyendu called us, Uchemofo held that conversation with our leader. We had a meeting in UK in 2015. Onyendu said, is there anybody here can take over from Uchemofo? I'm giving 3,000 a month to be on radio for 24 hours, pay council tax on it. Nobody said yes or no. And to be honest with you, 3,000 pounds is not a big money in this country. Even I'm telling you, a cleaner that work here for 7 days will make that money after tax. To be honest with you, it's not a big money. But Uchemofo stayed in the studio and passed the message to us that there were no contradictory message. Like today, we have people that could not even mention their name very well now, sitting in their own room and talk about IPOB internal affairs. What we must be saying now, everybody must hashtag say no to cabal. It is not only South Africa. If I open my mouth and tell people what happened in UK here, the same issue that you guys are having is what we're having here. We kept quiet watching them. First of all, they push whosoever they call is an infiltrator and autopilot to distract all of us, because the weak minds wouldn't think, oh, we have problem outside. No, it's people within. Enemy within, they are the main problem we have in IPOB. Because the moment they started diverting money, and I said, they say, see now they do magic. That magic that lives in Switzerland, they call us in Albany. that evil man, have came to London here, held meetings many times. I don't gossip. So whatever I said, I've asked him question man to man, like as we're talking here. Though the world is watching us, he can't answer my question because they are evil. Madam, then you're talking to me. We will put the code of conduct. I have marked the code of conduct where a layman can see it. We have it here. We can put it on screen. People will say it. We can't go outside the code of conduct in every job in this country, and these are professionals. So what we are doing here, when we started this, it is not something we come out, but the IPOB, because some of us, we are doing things before we had Onyendu's voice. Like me in particular, nobody ever spoke to me about Biafra in my lifetime. I had Mazi Ikechukwu kind of voice once, and it's like a magneto, that was it. And I was captivated till today. We are, nothing changed. I don't have permanent friend, no permanent enemy. But one thing I have taken tonight is that there is people out there that are looking for Koso. Because they started with intimidation. Just like you said, they remove everybody that they know that is meaningful. Now they place charlatans and those that can control. Like UK here, I will give you guys instances. Can you be, just like my brother said, somebody said, coordinator will get involved. Madam Nyanya is the only person that she's in charge about our finance. Nobody else. So I will stop here. Let Mazi Innocent move forward to give you submission before I will come back. And then we're done. Yeah. Thank you, fellow BIAFRANs. You guys have done wonderful. Well done.
Yeah. Mazi Innocent. You know, before when they went to this area, you wasn't around. Maybe your network. Please, can you introduce yourself and then I proceed to the question I want to ask you.
Okay. Good evening, Mazi. Good evening, Mazi George Umeh. Good evening, Mazi Ikechukwu Ezumezu. Good evening, fellow comrades, fellow executive in Western Cape. Good evening, BIAFRANs all over the world. I greet you. Our prayer is for Mazi Ikechukwu to come out as quickly as possible so that he can continue the enormous job he have at hand. My name is Mazi Innocent Nwanweze Alia. I hail from Obo, Avutu to be precise, in Okigwe province. And I'm residing here in Cape Town, Western Cape.
Yeah, welcome, Mazi. So, Mazi, there is this submission. Will I say? No, I won't say submission. Let me say the judgment from Tony Ezumike about the Ikechukwu issue, that they have investigate him and they found him innocent, that he didn't stay. There's no money he embezzled. But in the other hand, there are also 10,000 lambs that move and acquire to 51 lambs that is been missing. And I was told that money is in position of Ikechukwu. Please, Mazi, do you know anything about it?
Yes, Mazi.
Okay, thank you. Please take that water up, and pray. If you lie against him, against Ikechukwu, may he never be well with you. For what you're saying, what you're about to say now. Please go on.
Whatever I'm going to say, if I'm going to lie against anybody, I don't want to mention anybody in this platform, may Chukwu Okeabiama take my life.
That's
yeah, more the meaning. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Mazi. the thing may be ihe gbasara ego. Our national coordinator form commercial department in order to get money to print T-shirts. So on that, concerning that money, it was 10,000 rand cash that he requested for. That was like 1 month before 30th May 2021. Then our leader was still outside with us. Now, he said that he will use that 10,000 and print T-shirts, and they will, and by the end of 30th May, after 30th May, he will sell off all the T-shirts, and then he will return it with gain that will be on top of it. That this is avenue for IPOB to also make money for themselves. So he was approaching the finance head. So the finance head said no. He insisted. So the finance head went and told Lolo Neneanya, because when we are not supposed to remove any money, according to the law and instructions that was given, you can't remove money. We have been given instructions so many times that if you want to do any project for IPOB South Africa, raise fund, call people, you will raise fund. And once you raise fund, you use it for your internal problem. There's never a time you should go to our dues or our any other money raised generally for that is supposed to, I don't want to mention ego ESF. So all this money was supposed to be there. Nobody's supposed to remove it. So they were pushing. It was Oge, not only him, it was him and some few members of the executives. They were pushing for that money. So Lolo Neneanya agreed, because the finance head took it to Lolo Neneanya. They were asking for that money. They asked for it. They start asking for it. They were asking for it. That is their right. They said it's their right to have it. That is their money they contributed. Till Lolo even said no. Now they came back and said, borrow it to us. Borrow that, lend it to us. We'll give it back. So this is what Lolo had. Lolo Neneanya say, okay, release that money. I don't think, but on condition that on 30th, once that 30th is finished, they have made their sale, they will return that initial money. Lolo Neneanya doesn't care about the gain that comes from there. It's supposed to go to IPOB South Africa. But for that initial 10,000, supposed to go back to our account by 30th May, by June latest, or June ending latest, 2021. But after that 30th May, the money was not there. When the money was given, somebody like me, I immediately, because it was nearing 30th May, we have somebody in Western Cape who produces IPOB regalias. He's a member, but it's his business. He specializes on it. So we usually use him because he makes the best. But because this money was given to our national to make regalia, and he's going to sell it all over South Africa. So I decided that I will buy all the clothes we will need for that 30th May from him. So within 3 days, I've purchased a cloth worth 6,900 rand on my own. I bought that cloth to give to our people on 30th May because we usually share. I usually come in with regalies and share to people who came to attend our function on 30th May. So I bought quite a lot. I bought clothing worth 6,900, and I have the receipt. The money was sent to him directly from my business account into his own personal account. But on a certain day, when we had meeting, with our deputy HOD. This is after now a year. After a year of borrowing him that money, I find out that the finance head is always now asking him for that money. You are going to shame us. Please return. Please return. But his argument was that he couldn't sell it, that he's having problems selling those regalias. Now, I told him that I bought, only what I bought from you is enough to at least put in some money back in our account to cover the 10,000. But he refused. Then on the day we were having meeting, the last meeting we had with our deputy HOD. Deputy HOD now, after so many lies, Mazi, they brought in so many lies in that meeting. But thank God, there were some few strong comrades that were there to debunk all those lies. So that is when the finance head now started saying, I'm not going to cover anything again. I'm going to speed it in front of these people. So they gave her a chance. She brought out her record, and our deputy HOD find out that the national coordinator actually took that money. Do you know the comment he made to our national coordinator? He told him, after hearing everything, and he asked him, did you actually...
Maz, please wait. You know, when you use the word of deputy HOD, maybe some people will be thinking maybe it's in South Africa. Can you mention the name so we know, you know? Is it Tony Ezumike? So
yes, our deputy HOD, Mazi Tony Ezumike, in that meeting, ask him, did you actually receive this money? Because he started denying it in that meeting. He started denying. Till the finance head said, if you are denying this money was actually sent into your bank account. That's when Ezumike got shocked and now asked him, did you really receive this money with your bank account? He said yes. And Ezumike, his comment was, everybody in that meeting knows. And some of us have it on record. What he told him is, this is where you shot yourself on the foot. He told him that this is where you shot yourself on the foot. So that surprises me when he now come back and said, you did nothing, based on now what other people that was not there, that doesn't have idea of how money was collected, got there. There was another money incident. That was when he said if he was fixing his car, because here in IPOB, whatever you are doing, you don't collect cent. You don't collect kobo. Whatever you are doing, even if you are sent on errand to go and get this for IPOB, from this side of the world, we use our own pocket money to do that. We never come and charge and say, put petrol. Never. We've never done that. We even take flight to protest. 2 hours flight that is long. We never ask for money. We always put our own. Now, suddenly, he was calling the financier to give him 4,000 rand to use for his car. He said that he was driving a big engine, that he was using it for IPOB work, and on the way his car broke down. So he was calling the finance head to give him 4,000 rand. The finance head refused and said, we have been told time with that number not to touch any money from IPOB. But then she already complained to Lolo Nene, because instruction from me to her is, anything they ask you, you know is out of point. Go and ask Lolo first. If she say give, then you go give. It's on record. Now she went and asked Lolo that this man is asking for 4,000. Lolo said no. No, don't give. This man was coming to the extent he couldn't, because when he come by force. He will come with his executive. They will be saying it's our money, it's our money. When it fell, when everything fell, he was coming like now begging to borrow it. So when he come for borrowing, we meet the head of finance met Lolo Nene again and speak to her. Lolo Nene said, okay, since he's coming for borrowing now, maybe it's better for us. borrow him that money. I know he's not going to pay it. I know he's not going to pay it, but borrow it. And exactly what that woman said, he never paid back. When now the financier was pushing him, he was calling him every day. He now put in 2,000. When he put that 2,000, he said, I will never put this money again. Because Nene is receiving salary, all of them are receiving salary. It's only 2,000 I used to fix my car is the problem. So he never paid that 4,000 unless if he has, since the time I left them in that executive, he has never paid back that money. And he vowed in our presence that he will never, even if he have money that is filled in a building, that he will not pay back that money. That was his talk. So he never paid the 10,000. To my greatest surprise, the last time account was made, about 2,000 rand was 1,000 something was what he had put since over 1 year that he borrowed that 10,000. So this is one of the problems that made Johannesburg people angry, because those clothing were being stored where IPOB Johannesburg, because IPOB Johannesburg was his unit, his zone. So he was stocking all these clothes in Johannesburg zone. So when that coordinator in Johannesburg find out, because he was using commercial head in Johannesburg to sell those clothing, so as his personal business, not accounting for anybody. So what happened was that now Johannesburg people now started fighting the finance head, saying that you are the one who gave Ogisu that money to buy this regalia. It was both of you. That Oge is selling a lot of those clothes without balancing anything. So they started asking the finance head, give us accounts so that we can see what and what, how he borrowed this money and everything. That was when the finance head now started doing the investigation. And they led her to show to the person who sold the clothes, the total amount and everything came out. The total amount that was sold for over this 1 year and the gain that was made all came out. So they have it on record. This is a job for the finance head. Anytime our leadership needs it, she is going to provide it for them. Another one is that there was the money that I bought my regalia from him, 6,900. He denied it. After the meeting with Nzurumike, he came now and said I should apologize to him because I don't have evidence. I don't know if he forgot that I have record, or he forgot that I bought him those things. He was denying that I never buy anything from him. Can you imagine? But I paid from my account and I keep record. All the record was there. Still in the phone, every transaction, even the slip he sent the goods to me was there. The money I paid direct to his account was showing his name there. So after the meeting, the next morning, he started saying, threatening me that we told Nzurumike that I bought clothes from him, while it's a lie, that I should provide the evidence. He sounded it. He went to coordinators forum everywhere and sounded it till I was forced to now bring out the receipt, and he kept quiet. So since then, nothing has happened. So we were surprised when they came for the judgment or whatever meeting they did and say that is not guilty. So that one is on their own. When they want people to provide the evidence, then they should go to finance head, because she is the one who is in charge of everything account. She knows it one by one. So that is the issue with what he's owing, the one I'm sure of, and the account from the finance officer.
Okay,
So,
Matt. Yeah.
I also have record of some of the amounts that is there, but maybe when you need it, I can give it to you.
No, Maz, no, I don't. I think I don't need it. The fact is that you have submit your how would I say no you have say it now. It's left for Mazi Ikechukwu, our deputy, to do an investigation or to contact the finance head to make an inquiry about it, because the judgment, he told Biafra that the man is innocent. No, we don't accept it. Now I will say it's an allegation, so he have to come, invite IPOB Cape Town or financial head, and invite Tony Ogechukwu Isu to talk about it. No, it's an open allegation, and it's welcome for investigation. It's welcome for investigation. So let him do his job.
And then Mazi, after the meeting they had, the national coordinator came and started threatening that Johannesburg coordinator openly. He said that he should come and apologize to him. He said, in fact, not only him, he threatened everybody after that meeting, because the way he sounded it, every coordinator is being threatened. He told all the coordinators that everybody that leveled that allegation against him should come out now, that Mazi Ikechukwu have ruled that he did nothing, to come and apologize, or he will take it to another level. So people should listen more to Johannesburg zone. They are the one who knows that national coordinator very, very well. They are together. They are the ones, when you want to sack somebody, or you want to sack somebody, for example, you cannot just come and say, sack the person like the way they did to Mazi Adendu in Pretoria. You said you are sacking him for what? You didn't tell him anything. You didn't tell them anything he did. You didn't tell him anything. You didn't tell him what he did. Nothing. So somebody just wake up one morning, they say they've sacked you. That man was in fact, the best we had in terms of contribution, everything. And you know what? One thing, when he was sacked, he was grouped together with the people they called criminals. After sacking him, they said, he said to him that we don't condone criminality, sounding like somebody who is working assiduously is a criminal. What did he do? Just because he said that he will not put the money in a fraudulent account. That's all. So that's why that coordinator was removed, that deputy coordinator in Pretoria, just like that. They are threatening every coordinator here, and that first strike they did really scared many coordinators. So many coordinators in South Africa cannot talk. They think that when they talk, they will be removed. Many of them, many. Mazi, we have their names. Once you talk, you're out. There's nobody from Western Cape that is in their forum. Executive. They've removed everybody. That's why even the protest they had yesterday, the protest, we don't know about it. There's no channel of communication between us and them. There's no channel of communication to say we're having they cannot even stand Western Cape to say we're having a protest. So they really damaged that. There's no executive left in IPOB South Africa. The worst thing that happened to IPOB South Africa is welcoming the present coordinator they have there now, the national coordinator they have there. He might fit in other places, but not that sensitive position. That's my take. And like our PRO, Etekodon, just said, they have their contact inside. We are no longer afraid of them. I hope they are listening to me. We are you can see with the faces of people that come here today, we are no longer afraid of them. We are 18 coordinators and the deputy coordinator. So we have 9 coordinators in Western Cape. All of them are in one place. Nobody is going anywhere. All of them stand in one tent. Those 9 coordinators, you are seeing them here. Our executives, you can see all of them were trying to come in this meeting, but we can only hold
10
few.
people. Yeah.
Only 10. Many other people are there listening and waiting to come in as well. So we are even more united now. And for me, I'm not contesting anything. Western Cape executive have written something that they sent to our leaders. It's left for them to listen. They don't even care, Maz. They don't even care. Do you know the amount that coming from this part of the world and the effort that is being put in? Do you know how many people lives in Western Cape? We and our children, we can easily count over 50,000. Only in Cape Town axis. We and our children, we can count 50,000. You can imagine what happens here. While our leaders don't even know. They don't even know who they put here as the coordinator. They don't even know if he's operating. His own unit even say he shouldn't come near them. So they did the command here, but they cannot control it. So they don't even care. How is this Western Cape doing? How are they doing? What is happening with our family here? They don't even know who we are. Our people here never talk to them and said, we are having problem here, come and help us. They never talk to them and said, we are having power tussle. In Western Cape, nobody drags power. Power is like Cape Town zone. Cape Town zone is the strongest. It's one of the strongest, if not the strongest. We know what we are saying when we are saying it. Cape Town zone. So I was the former coordinator of Cape Town, because we all started in Cape Town. I left that power begging for people to come and take that position. Even the one they removed me from. They could have said, we don't want you, and then call us and say, put this person, let's work together. It would have been easy, because I work even much better from behind. So nobody is dragging power with anybody. That's what they make it to look as if. And the person they put here is walking around telling them that he's in charge. I'm telling you people now that he's not in charge. He's not in charge of even one unit. He just call up about 5 people. We can confirm it, because some of them that paid money for the protest they did in Johannesburg, there are 7 of them, and that's 7 out of over 50,000 people that we have here, and over at least 500 to 1,000 men under hood, and you have only 7 people that are working with you, and you are telling them you are controlling Cape Town. They should ask him, or they should ask them, why did the Western Cape not know about their protest? Why? Why wasn't it announced? They should do their fact checks and see what is happening between then and now. They should also come in. If you love your family, if you love your family, you will not tell me you are not hearing what is happening in South Africa. If you love your family, what you do is to find a way to be bringing them together, closer, not to be chasing them, calling them all sorts of names, cheap blackmail, propaganda. You had the cabals in South African executive when they came to Radio Biafra. Our hallowed platform, they messed it up. Then they go to the other one they call Ikenga. That Ikenga was also there in one of the meetings when they were telling them who is this Ikenga. But Ikenga turned out to be fighting Simon Ekpa. Now they welcome him. So many things have happened. So Mazi, like what they were saying to me and my family, you can see it's a pure lie. you can see somebody who does something like that. After I came to the radio and clear some of those things, you know what happened? The person you play his voice, he's still insisting. He now tell his our comrades in Durban, in KZN, KwaZulu-Natal. He was after our interview here last time. I tried to clear whether we are married or not. Can you imagine? He now started telling them, after he listened to that clips, that I didn't marry my wife legally, that it was illegal. So we don't even know which one is illegal marriage. So instead of apologizing to our people you're under oath with, you come out and make such a propaganda allegation in order to remove that person. And when the air is cleared, you are still lying on top of lie. And he called himself sir. He's still lying and trying to cover up. Instead of coming to our people and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for lying against this family. I'm sorry for this. Like our comrade here was saying, I didn't even know. Some of them are telling them that they made a mistake in the first place. But they cannot come out and fix the mistake they made, since they have realized that they made a mistake. Anyway, I thank the people of Western Cape. Our comrades here are really formidable, because even if not for them, sometimes I want to give up. But seeing men like them championing, being in front, saying to you, even they remove me, but these people you see here are still saying he's our coordinator, even while I'm saying I'm not. So I cannot disappoint them, and I thank them for being here today, showing this courage to clarify things. Many men here, well, no need to talk more, but many men you see here, they are formidable, and for them to come out here shows that, yes, they really mean business. So I want to also quickly, maybe I will not get another chance to tell our leadership, when you have people in a particular area called IPOB, you don't just go and make decisions. The same thing goes with our media. You cannot bring in somebody and somebody will damage somebody in your platform. Our leader calls it Gota media, brand envelope media. No investigation, nothing. You just broadcast. That's what our leader hates it so much. So from our media teams, we are working in media. You cannot do what you are doing. If somebody tells you something about somebody, even a phone call, we are here, all of us are together. Even a phone call to confirm, you just bring them in. Same thing with our leaders, whether it's the people that are judging or making decisions or calling these people's name. Anyhow, you must be sure of what you are doing. When you choose few people from a country, you keep getting lies. You keep getting lies. You must find a way to reach everybody. Don't trust that just that one person you put there thinking he's telling you the truth. I promise you, if people, we have been in so many meetings, people tells you 100 things, 90 of them are lies. And they are saying it on that oath, people are believing. So, Mazi, that's what I have for now. If I continue to talk, Chiga.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Yeah.
We are not doing this to offend anybody. We are doing it so that anybody who is doing what they are doing, if you are doing bad, you change. If you are doing bad, you change. If you are our leader, you change. You lead us well. You lead us well. We have peace in South Africa, but you people have just damaged things. But thank God we are standing strong and firm today.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you so much. I know Mazi George Umeh would like to say something, but I want to say, let me use 1 minute to say this. Please, BIAFRANs, anybody, because there is one video clip I want to play before I say this. Just please, if you should listen.
Even as last month, One is the regional coordinator of Eastern Region, Dr. Bob Emma. Do you know it said that no money should go to Nene again? Do you know that some people, some state in the USA now, the assistant last month spreadsheet, they still take their money to Nene. Do you know that? That will be taken. Mazi, give us the name of the coordinator who did that. Give us the name. See, I communicate with Azubi. Mazi, let me say this. People should learn how. You see, getting to DOS can be very difficult at times. But access to the media world is you can get worse.
Yes. Yeah, let me stop here. You see, the point I want to make is that, it just like what happened to our senior community here, Mazi George Umeh. The only reason they announced his name on Radio Biafra because he paid his money to Nene, to Germany and Italy and Austria. His name was announced on Radio Biafra. And you can see the voice record I played now. A coordinator in America was paying his money to Madame Nene, and someone, Chibus de Kwato, is demanding for his name and Dr. Donald to give to DOS to announce his name on the Biafra. They call it insubordination. So Biafrans, please, I know we came out late, but it's good. It's good now we came out because a lot of people, they have announced their name. They did nothing wrong and they turn out to the joint autopilot. So please, if anybody, any coordinator, your name was announced on Radio Biafra, please follow the foot of Mazi George Umeh. Please. Mazi George Umeh,
thank you.
Yeah.
There were Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. You've spoken very well. I always say this, there's no prejudice in what we do. All of us are under oath. I don't know about those that some people took oath. I don't know what their thinking is. But that oath requires that he understand the content of the oath and the repercussions behind it. And that's what's keeping Mazi in the DSS dungeon. Only can catch out tonight and tell all of us to go to hell. He's not a stupid man. Like I said, Only said, if it's not Chukwu, he will never speak to any one of every single one of us will speak to us because our people are unruly. But thank God that men like us are here. My brother that just joined us, I don't know, you haven't spoken, Eze, BM, and Philip, okay, none of you have spoken. So I don't know if you want to say anything and introduce yourself, and we can give you guys opportunity to air your own view before I can say anything. Is that okay? Mazi Eze.
Yes, okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm from Mazi Michael Eze, Secretary IPOB Beve Unit. I can join in the Nege Godunti ka Emanotegi ya mewe na side ya na anti ejugai na Chukwu mere ihe anyị chabụ ndị IPOB Western Cape IG ofu obi na-aga. I will say that IG ofu obi na-aga because some enemies bịa ka ha tisa anyị mana Chukwu okike abịa ma ekwero ka ha tisa anyị. Nna agbakwa onye ọbụla mbụ IPOB Western Cape ume na-asị onye ọbụla jisi ike na anyị ga-emericha ọnwụnwa niile a na ọnwụnwa na-adịkwa na-adị na family. Na-ekenekwa our able coordinator, our formidable coordinator, Innocent Anyam. We still see you as our coordinator, no matter what. All those enemies in Nabatani, where he game. I'm a one where he game. So all those things, I have protest. Yesterday or before yesterday, Madonna Bukwano present as a Western Cape. All those things, Vagamana ha lose. But those things started. We start here. Like play. I put the Belomokia and a day men na unit aputa somebody from nowhere aputa we put a coordinator without stating a vital reason or what the coordinator did. That is what provoked all the whole IPOB Western Cape. Because I actually manage our coordinator nothing. Apta in the A. Now, so now our coordinator is suspended. For what reason? Because onye na-achị gị, ọ bụ na ọ na-achị jọ gị, gụnwa bụ onye ọ na-achị gị ama na ọ na-achị jọ gị, ọ gụnwa ga-complain ba. And we don't see the reason why people know that Pretoria, Joburg, Kaba from Nacho, Kaha, Mvomvojo Akpa, brew their own things where Batakaba, Wetisa, IPOB, Western Cape. Even the memo, Idegalu DOS, till today, we never receive any response. We don't know if those people are compromised or what, but we're still gonna find out. I can agani luna chogoduka. Chukwu Okike bekpara n'ụtụtụ n'abalị bụ Chukwu Okike ọbịwa biko release our leader. All this nonsense is niile anyị na-afụ ka ọ kwụsị, because ihe niile na-emezi na IPOB now na-agbazi anyị anya mmiri, but with ike nke Chukwu ndị kasịkwa ike ga-anọkwa makwa ihe ha na-achọ. As many will fall, many will stand, no matter what. So anyị ga na-aga n'iru na-atụfuru oge onye ọbụla ka m nyekwa onye ọzọ chance ka o wee kọwakwa onwe. Udo dịrị onye ọbụla nke onye chi ya zelu ya gazela IPOB.
One family.
One family.
One family.
Ndewo.
You see, you guys has done noble. You know, standing beside your coordinator, because I'm not, like I said, we are under volunteers. All of us are volunteers. We are not getting paid. Just like Mazi Ikechukwu said, he spent his own money buying the garage to cheer to people that attend. These things we have done. Myself, the same thing happened in my zone. The reason being, our national coordinator in UK here was removed. Onyendu, let me tell you guys something here. This thing that's happening is an epidemic within IPOB. You guys don't know what. Listen, these people are they're dangerous than, if you remember Imam Mazi, them are angels. The people who have 9 in our so-called people, some of them that are still claiming to be leaders. Because as a leader, you cannot judge partial. What makes Mazi the kind of exception is that Onyendu does not have a permanent friend or enemy. He proved that in UK. And it should have been a trademark for all of them to stand upon and make that judgment when there's issue around you. What I'm saying in essence is that what you guys have done is noble. There's something applied here. I remember when they mentioned my name, people say, oh, George, you are not the first person. They mentioned his name. They're referring to national coordinator. But I know what they did, because I was the only man that stood against every order and asked Austin Albani, did Onyendu give you the authorization to remove our national coordinator that he sat? The former Southeast Regional Coordinator, a veteran, when Onyendu passed the order for him to remove on air, these people told the national coordinator to hold on, to don't say anything. National coordinator listened to them as leaders. But Onyendu said, in every country, national coordinators, represent me. Chika Edoziem, as heading the head of director of state, has got no power to remove anybody or put anybody. That is not his job. We have a national coordinator represent, that is the point of contact in every country. You cannot override it. So the point is that what you guys have done is noble. And in my zone, when they did the last fundraising they did about all this problem, the money they raised, our money, people, not even me, my own comrade within my own ESCOs, we are rebelling against our former money. The first ESM fund we raised at 38,000 pounds or so. Nobody knows where the money went. Chika Edoziem, after he knew that Umeh's account was fraudulent, he now came back and said, stop paying money. They never told us why. He still went back and told the UK National Financial Secretary to move 10,000 pounds without any national coordinator. Is that the kind of people you call leaders? So what you people have done is noble. We are saying it in open because there's no need to hide all these things anymore. Because they're the one that started this. They started all this jingle. If you guys go back on the days of Nelly or February 2021, before that guy that couldn't cross even Mediterranean that going to, I don't know where he was going and went back home, talking about Madame Nenya, Madame Nenya is holding ESN fund. Madame Nenya has never touched ESN funds since ESN was fair. It was established. The first account was in America. We have all these accounts. So everything you guys have done is noble. all of us will not understand what is happening. But only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is counting in all of us. That's all I have to tell you guys tonight. And you guys have done marvelously well by standing in the right position, because that's exactly what I did. I said, no, this money is not going to Kaba's pocket. Because we understand, Chika Edoziem have the nerve to come to the and say, oh, anybody that want to do ESM fundraising should contact Master Austin Abani. Excuse me, who is Master Austin Abani? And what is his position in IPOB? Not even Chika Edoziem have business with our finance. We have voices here who play when we talk about the media. The issue of media when it came up, the contradiction on it, he has got no power. We have 3D in IPOB, the directorate, Onyendu created after the abolishment of the deputy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in our code of conduct, he was the only person that have the power to appoint and dismiss her, unless he invested that power in anybody. But that power must be communicated, because like he said, we'll have the voice to back it up. Chika Edoziem cannot make decision without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu approving it. That's got no that power. He admitted it with his own voice, not me. We can play it. That's why what we do here is not about saga. And you guys, you know what I mean? If I, like when you said when it came out of the future, but if anybody that see you guys should buy you guys drink, because you guys have done. We know why we joined IPO. We didn't join to make money. We came to liberate our people. We know why we left home. But if IPOB can turn even more dangerous than Ohaneze Ndigbo, then what are we doing? The person they brought here as the national coordinator, the guy is Ohaneze Ndigbo. This guy, listen, what you guys are seeing in South Africa is a joke to what has happened here. But we are considering, and if across board, America is something. Some of you have heard Obuefi's voice in that idiot that lives, that guy that was traveling from, I think, it started from Ghana. From Ghana to Mozambique. To Mozambique now, Ikechukwu brought into South Africa. Right? Now he's there now. You know? That just set off yesterday. Playing Obuefi's voice that was sent to Chika Edoziem. You ask yourself a question. Which way are we going? So everything we are doing here has got nothing to do with this. Because listen, we are protecting IPOB and her leadership. Not Chika Edoziem, not Austin Abani, not Nzulumike. These are individuals. They will come and go. The people, if you remember Omio, we will never have a team like this man. At least, if we go back on 2015, you will see visible things they've done in IPOB. And do you know why Omio was removed? Omio refused to remove those that disobeyed Onyendu. Onyendu said, because of that, Omio, you yourself will be removed. So who is Chika Edoziem then? Chika Edoziem admitted that he disobeyed Onyendu openly. We'll have it in video, we can play it here. Before the first sit at home, 18 hours before, Onyendu sent the message, say, suspend the sit at home, because Onyendu see the calamity behind that sit at home. Chika Edoziem ignored it. With Chinas and World, everybody was locked out. So I will thank you guys for coming out. Mazi Innocent, you have done wonderful well. And time to time, we applaud you guys to come out, not all of you to come out, because it's time. I know that it's not easy, but we must keep that fire burning and support the struggle. It happened 2015. 2015, Chika Edoziem was then European rep and secretary to the US. The same thing he's doing today, he did it in 2015. He started diverting IPOB funds in Europe. But they couldn't do it then because Uchemofo was there. But now they think they water the ground, they could do whatever they want to do. But they've forgotten that this struggle was with them by heaven himself. That no man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I said tonight, if only you want to walk away from the DSS dungeon, he just said, you know what? Biafra agitation is gone. You know, he will go to Bahamas and live there for the rest of his life and tell all of you to go to hell. What I'm saying to you is facts. Onyendu they will take private jet and take, that's when they bring him, they will take him to Bahamas. You live there for example, and they will have everything. All of us will be singing song. Why would Onyendu leave Israel and travel to Kenya if he didn't tell you that I will lead from the front? So what I will tell everybody tonight that we have done noble, and you guys coming here is not because we want to put anybody down or to malak. No, but the fact must be stated, because when someone have lied against you, we have a leadership. We have the Radio Biafra where we have one, everything in IPOB have one central command. The finance, Even Onyendu does not pronounce, he doesn't make pronouncement about finance. It is Madam Nyanya. If you guys remember, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, Uchemofo will never talk about finance without Madam Nyanya being there. And after she finished, you asked Uchemofo, do you have any question for me? You know, before we said, no, Madam Nyanya, I think he said it all. That's it. And everything was fine. Question is this, what has changed? If they don't have agenda. So I will encourage you guys, continue doing what you're doing, because that's the same thing we do here in UK. Though they have come here because they said, oh, George, you are not the first person. They were cruising, think everything will be easy for them. But they don't know that we want to make sure, are they doing the right thing, or is something happening that we don't know? But now it's visible, because if you guys are saying the same thing I'm saying, that means we know that these people have an agenda. So we cannot sit down here and say that they're not leading us. Like I said, I don't call them leaders. These are cabal. And Onyendu said cabal is not allowed in IPOB. So me and you now, the same way we have to stand against every odd and challenge them. Yeah? So I thank every single one of you. Mazi, I will stop here. Mazi Ezumezu is gone.
Yeah.
Mazi Ezumezu, there's something I missed. I want to add on quickly.
Okay.
Okay. I want to let Biafrans know that after these people, these cabals in South Africa, they sweared in front of all of us that they will open this account they opened now. They sweared. And they also swear that they will, before when these things were starting, because it's these cabals that influenced and told other people to stop paying in that account, even with the threat. They also threatened the deputy finance of South Africa. Not Niagakwala nso na ụlọakụ ahụ again. Gime ihe gbasara ya. Niagakwala nso na ha egbuola ya. So ha threatened ya. Then after everything, after swearing that they must do this, they even changed directors. Ga mepe account. Another thing, Hane print is equal receipt. So Biafran should be aware of this. Now, even last time they were accusing themselves na onye Ohaneze, Nigeria Union Treasurer, call Uruzie their finance head, and the Osere Hama Esi Lukwe. No, as it stands, nobody knows who is in that account they open. They are giving their own fake receipts, fake account. And then one more thing I'm forgetting. And we don't know who is who. But if you come to the main South African account, which our leader opened, every province is represented. Every province, I mean, is represented both in directorship and signatory to the account. And let me tell you who is in charge of that account when everybody was still there. And up till now, the people that are in charge of that account, they are making noise is Chukwu is the SADC rep. He sees everything. Everything. That's immediately something happens, he will receive a alert. When something goes or out, he receives it. Then that's both the then national coordinator they receive in that. Even though Lolo Nenaya said earlier that other countries don't have all these people as receiving a alert, signatory, but she allowed it here because of the complexity of South Africa. She allowed it, and we pushed for it, and she allowed them to be part of it. And she gave the national coordinator the right to take the statement every month, and directly he got it, and you have the right to request for it. Even the one they gave him last time, I don't think he have gone through all of them. So they receives alerts, they knows everything that is happening in that account. And I want to tell Biafrans as well that it is them also that is in that account that's every day coming and instigating that account, that in India should provide account, that they don't know what is happening. And again, when they were given opportunity to be in that account, what happened? All of them, now you can see this thing. ego a na-abatazi na ego bata ụta ọ dị ha ka because ha na-ahụ ya ọ dị ha ihe ọzọ ị ga-anụ na nne anyị owerele ha bịa n'ime forum ha na owerele ụta ka a na-ekwu that woman ụta ka a na-ekwu ya everyday nwe ụdị name ha na-akpọbe lọrọ nne ya anya and at the same time ha na-eme ya to the finance head here in South Africa. We are from many people the kind of swear word. When somebody or Mazi Ikechukwu will like the most derogating word on the Oboda Neji refer you to somebody. So they use all those kind of words on everybody, and then the threat is too much on the coordinator. So BIAFRAN should know. Whoever that is in controlling the account, we don't know because before we know because everybody is represented. Now it's only few people and they keep dragging up and front. So who is collecting those? See have you receipt only ndu. I am go receipt one certain time. Be 100 sets of receipt. Only ndu I counsel lawyer. So go cancel everything because so back mistake na go web. So Jackie anya receipt. Yawa Jackie abe any other all a madness use they on their own. So this is what we try to tell our people. Man, the threat is too much. Some I want to tell our coordinators, Uja to see unu. And one unu and ready to fight for Biafra. So don't be afraid of anybody, any coordinator threat of removal. Then again, Biafrans, these people, these same cabals, Nagakwa, Nechi, other countries, from SADC region, warning that they should not be using the same Ola Onye Webtra from the South Africa. Now here usually are not threat here and there. So we should be aware of that. And in South Africa, then many other coordinators are ready and willing to talk to you anytime. Those people they are threatening, many of them.
Yeah. My comrades, you people are wonderful. You people are wonderful. And I want to tell you people tonight, be strong. They will come. They will come, but be strong. Because you stand on the right path. You stand on the wife. Ochichi ya abia, man if you make me, if you cover. Just remain resolute, as our leader said. Fearless. See, all of them are watching this program. You know, this program is not for popular demand. This program is for them, to the cabals, and they are getting it. Like I told George, Mazi George, I think yesterday, today, and even yesterday, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor blocked me just because I told him the facts. He blocked me. He blocking me is not a problem. Even today, I still post his interview. Why did he block me? Because I said, when they were castigating our leader's family, DOS, Chika did not say anything. China Sanwo did not say anything. When they are castigating Madam Nenyanya, the leadership did not say anything. Also, when they were castigating Barrister Aloy Ejimako, I called them the child card media warriors. The Chika Edoziem China Sanwo Ezlumike, they did not say anything. Today, there is a problem between Ebelima and the Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and they want Mazi Nankan family to come and defend Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. They want Aloy Ejimako to come and defend Ifeanyi Ejiofor. I say no, I have no problem with Ifeanyi Ejiofor, but those men were castigating our leader's family. These people did not say anything. Also, Madam Nenyanya and Aloy Ejimako. Today, our leader Kuchokosi, I can't see what goes around comes around. So Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor saw what I posted and everything, and he blocked me. I don't care. I will continue posting his message because on Arula, that is me. But the day will come for him. We have the proof, but it's not now about Umeh account, how they form Umeh account. The record is there. What this boy in Finland is saying, believe me, that guy is not stable. That guy is not stable. But some of what he's saying, there's atom of truth is what he's saying. Now, but that guy is not stable. He lies a lot. He's not a man. So I'm not here to discuss him. But the fact is that I want you, please, you guys, remain strong. Stand on the path of the truth. That is the fact. They will come. They will shake. But I promise them that any coordinator they remove now, we won't allow that coordinator to go and join autopilot. Do you know how many people that have contacted me to come and join autopilot? I tell them, say no. I say, hey, no. I know what I'm fighting for. So please, you should remain resolute. Stand. There we come. But they shall fail. Thank you. Mazi Ikechukwu.
Yes, thank you very much. I think we have done with our comrades. So like Mazi Innocent said, so you have to schedule on a couple of them that want to come in, and we still host them. And they air their own video Biafra. The most important thing that Onyendi say 100 men. And my own take is this: at this point in time, we are in IPOB. If Onyendi have one genuine man in every country, we have over 100 countries, then Biafra will be restored. But I can see that we have thousands out there that are waking up. You know, so a lot of people can misunderstand what we are doing here, thinking probably we are, but they don't understand that the spirit of Biafra works in a mysterious way. So all I have to say is that once again, I will say thank you to comrades and you guys, Western Cape. You know, that unity must be very, very, you guys must be tightening your camaraderie could be more, deeper now than as it was. As you have come out in public to make your voice heard, you go back and continue walking. Because Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a spirit. He sees everything that's happening and he knows. Onyendu knows everything. He wants to doubt me. 2015, I told people don't believe me. Onyendu knows everything. It does forget about what people are going to tell him. Onyendu see things before it happen. Is that anything Onyendu have said that have not happened? The only thing is Biafra. He said it will be the last miracle. And he said no country will give us Biafra. If you remember, Onyendu said no country will give us Biafra. Biafra will be the last miracle. Like I said, some people have forgotten the words of our leader. But people like us know. Because his word has registered into, it's like, like the memory is there. Just need to just think about it, everything will come back. Has been stored in my data brain. So what I'm saying to everybody, you guys I'm just fulfilled tonight. I won't tell you how fulfilled I am. And going forward. So Mazi, we'll thank them for coming. So if there's any other thing we'll have to say before we wrap up, then because please for them.
I think I want to play this sister at home voice, so they will listen to it too. If there's anything any of them want to say, okay, then we close. We have stayed up to 2 hours, 30 minutes. About when Chika Edoziem say that the only reason why they not cancel sister at home because Onyendu did not give a reason. So we want to play each we here, and also there is a video clip, although we don't have time here, maybe some other time, about watching us someone who said about Ikonso brother. He mentioned he call him on Little Biafra. For me, I don't know that guy. I don't know what he's doing, but I believe calling the guy's name on Little Biafra is not good. I was not, if there's anything that guy is doing wrong,
who's calling his name? Who?
Huh?
Who called his name?
Ikonso brother. Ikonso, our late commander.
Who calls his name?
Chinasa Nworu. So he just called his name and warned him, say he should stop there, But I believe if there's anything wrong that guy is doing, he could have found a way privately to talk to the guy than coming on air to announce or to call Ikonso's brother. For me, it's not good, no? These the people that they lost their brother. And at the same time, he come on air and say, you have been warned, I have called you privately, now I'm calling you on Little Biafra. For me, it's not good. They could find a way. And whatever that guy is doing, they talk to him, say, no, don't go here, don't go here. Now come on air to say something. But next program,
Mazi,
yeah.
Mazi, if you ask me, even playing the Chika Edoziem voice about our leader or China Sanworu. See, China Sanworu, like I said in the last program, I continue to say it. China Sanworu, if it's his real name, which I'm not scrambling to know, I've got evidences to show where I have defended that name as a part of IPOB structure. Not him in particular. I wasn't doing it because I want to do anything for him. Now, if you go back on Onyendu's word, the first time he spoke in court, Onyendu said that he wants peace in Biafra land. That is why I'm here. And this guy, in quote, China Sanworu, like I said before, today we are here defending Madam Nenya because of what? Madam Nenya was appointed by Onyendu. And it was announced, it's publicly. We know from 2013, Madam Nenya has been handling our... Onyendu have never used the word pioneer to anybody before. I never had that word. The only person Onyendu have used that word is Madam Nenya. Madam Nenya, she's a pioneer. So when it comes to China Sanworu's issue, we'll use that name as if it's his name. So be it. But I have said, if Onyendu has given you, because I remember when Onyendu went to Kuwait 2015, I had China Sanworu, he hosted Onyendu. So I know that there's people that know that face. I know. Onyendu know who he is. I know people knows him. If you remember when they accused them going back to Biafra land 2020, this Christmas that I just passed, he said he called Emmanuel and put his camera to him to see him. So somebody knows who he is. He's not an invisible somebody. But what I'm saying in essence is that I don't want to know who he is. But what I'm saying to that guy is that what he has cost within people in IPOB or our people back home. Because if I was somebody if I was back home or someone for this, or even my innocent is back home, or the one they say they call criminal, you'll be dead. Just like South Africa. He had a voice, the guy threatening. Because they know that gun is open in street in South Africa. Every country in the world are dangerous, but it depends on how you operate. What am I saying in essence is that now, China Sanworu come to Radio Biafra to threaten people, to call the Ikonso's brother. The Ikonso's brother, remember, has went to program to that lunatic that lives in South Africa. Now, this is the problem. When you have disagreement with them, they use their own media weapon, just like Wazu is doing to us. So what moral justification do they have to talk about Biafra? He comes to Radio Biafra threatening Ikonso's younger brother. Maybe they have a disagreement. Now he think because, okay, have the map of Biafra now, I can come here now. When I mention your name, just like Chika Edoziem, when I mention your name, his last broadcast, he making it as now as a boast. I will mention your name on Radio Biafra and send it to the gods. It's not God. They'll send it to DSS or the ZUM to come and kill you if you live in Biafra land. That's just the fact about it. Let's me and you that contributing our quota with our own money. If we be treated like this, what do you think about the people that give money back home? What would they do to them? Just turn the table. You don't need rocket science. It is a common sense. If these people are this vindictive with me, you, that, okay, George Umeh, for instance, yeah, my zone, I don't want to tell you what I have done. Even those that are there, they know. I contribute my time, my money, everything. Now, what about the people now they are giving money that me and you are contributing? How do you think we treat them? we are in a deep shit. Excuse my language, but the fact remains that China Samoa, like I said before, is a coward. If you know you're a man enough, only told you to hide identity, hide identity. If not, stop talking. You are imposture. Threatening people or sending Nigerian military to go and kill our people or soldier or DSS, my brother, a day will be your own turn. People know you, and you've got family. People like you are more dangerous than Ifajuna, because if you come to anytime you mention people's name, the people they get killed back home. If me, Mazi Innocent, and other people, etc., that did nothing, our name was mentioned. If we were back home, where could we be by now? Anybody can go and answer this question. That's not a puzzle. But Mazi, their voices anymore. We have done perfectly well. If you ask me, this man has had his voice times and time. You know, it's up to you if you want to go out and play that voice, because that China's own latest voice, we want to play it, we have to do justice to it. Because the guy continues, unless you guys are willing to listen to it, not the old one, the present one that he just said, we play that voice, and now we go into the depth of that, what he said in that voice, to go back on what they have said before.
I think let's leave it there, our next program. So my fellow comrades, if there's anything you guys can say now, okay, or let's give our this thing daily closing remark. So we have done justice, and I thank you guys. You guys are wonderful, for standing. It's not every person can do what people just did now. It's not every person, every person can do. Can stand in front of camera and say what like a man. I appreciate you guys. So on any other thing, okay, then people can say. So let's close. I think 2 hours and
closing remarks, please.
Closing remarks,
Then we can do that, and that's it. We'll move on.
Yeah,
it's enough.
So, let me start with Mazi Frank. Please, near your closing remark, or go. So, Amen. Near your closing remark.
Okay. BIAFRANs, thank you for this. Thank you for this wonderful program. The program was insightful. Before I conclude, when I was speaking with the national PRO, he told me that when they were looking for someone to take over the coordinatorship of Western Cape, they were looking for an enemy to the present one, which was Innocent Thier. So the only enemy they could find was Solomon. So they chose him. So in other words, Solomon was brought to fight the current coordinator. He didn't come to work for IPOB Western Cape. He came for a personal vendetta. So, and the IPOB is beyond that. That is not the reason why IPOB was established in the first place. We said IPOB one family. If indeed we are one family, even though you offend me in the line of the duty, I should be able to forgive you, because we should walk hand in hand to see that we achieve our end result, which is actualization of our nation, not our personal gain or to get to somebody. So my final remark tonight is that everyone, everyone who has found himself in this side of people who we call cabals, maybe unknowingly, because some people are deceived. They don't actually understand why they were where they are. Some are doing it because they thought The other one is their friends or their friends, you know. So look at it today. What is happening? If it is right, then continue. But if it is not right, there is still time for you to make a U-turn and do the right thing, because posterity will judge every one of us at the end of the day, so that our name will not be used to sing like Ifajuna as it were today, but our name should be used for the good which we have done in the process of restoring Biafra. I thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. And I pray that at the end of the day, we shall see our leader, and he will come out to make everything all right.
Yeah. So, Mazi Sunday, please, your closing remark.
I want to thank every Biafrans and lovers of freedom that following this program this night. The only thing I can say now is this: I want Biafrans, the one that come out to fight this freedom with the pure heart. I want them to stand in the truth, because the only thing that can lead us in Biafra land is truth. Don't think of what anybody will talk about you, because in IPOB we spend our money. We don't receive money. Don't afraid of anybody. Maybe somebody will come on air to mention your name and say that maybe say that he give you suspension as a principal officer, or maybe coordinator, or maybe other officers, or spare you. Don't afraid, because the person is not taking out. The person is not removing you from Biafra. He's removing you from that post. He think that maybe he can remove you because of maybe your superior. But stand in the truth. The only thing that can save you free in this our struggle is the truth. And the only thing the only thing that I can say now is, may God bless us this night. Let us sleep and wake up in peace tomorrow morning, in the mighty name of Mbonye.
He said, thank you, God. Yeah, Mazi Chima. Biko Chima Chinedu, biko your own anything you and your closing remark at the same time.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Yeah.
Mazi, I wish I could have talked earlier, but okay, poor, so I couldn't come back again.
Okay.
But all the same, everything my comrades have said about Western Cape is truth, and I'm very happy because I found out that a lot of IPOB leadership was watching this program with keen interest. I thank God for this moderator and our comrades who take it upon them to make sure that IPOB world could hear our voice and our cry. Because the only thing that is paining me about this saga, this IPOB South African problem, straight directly to Western Cape, it's not because Western Cape caused problem. It's not because Western Cape is not doing they are not bringing their strength enough, or they are not doing according to the direction of IPOB heads or South African programs. IPOB Western Cape is doing everything, trying to be the best of what IPOB is doing in South Africa. I mean, IPOB Western Cape is trying to do the best out of what South Africa is doing. I know how much we're taxing each other. Every unit Most of this unit was not built one day. Most of this unit was built from one comrade. He take it upon him to bring the second person, to third person, to fourth person. You know what it takes to bring our people mind together into this struggle. I don't want to talk much about that because it's a very big task we are doing here in Western Cape, and we are continuing doing it. And even the way God is making it, IPOB Western Cape is still growing more because we didn't give up, even though we are getting some knocks and hits by the corner of our units and our zone. We are still trying to upgrade more, to create more units, to create the awareness, even though the fight is getting more tougher. Because my pain, I am one of the executive in Western Cape that is representing towards the federal, towards the national. But all of a sudden we were removed. But why they remove us is what we don't know. And we are continue asking, why are we being removed from the national executives? Who is going to tell Western Cape what is going on? What are we going to do in our own side to keep on and to get information and to get our work being done? Or if we are having problems, how are we going to say this is the challenges we are having? And we are being removed just because they are pursuing the financial secretary, which they have vowed so many times, even in our meeting, that the woman can never stay there. And it was because of that financial that makes some units in Johannesburg not to be eliminating their money into our national coordinator until our leader himself, when he was outside, said that it must be must that they will go back and put their money into South African account, because they remove themselves not to be putting their money in. They want to send their money direct to Nigeria for IPOB to use it there. Our leader forced them to start putting their money because they don't like the woman. Still, they still come back to fight against our financial secretary. That is to disorganize everything we are doing in South Africa. But just like one of our comrades has said it here, the fight is not South African fight. The fight is coming from upper side of IPOB, but they use South Africa to develop it. And I'm begging, and I still believe that God will give us our leader out. God will provide our leader and make him to come out in this dungeon that he's been for so long. And everything will still come right. And whoever offended IPOB will take the hit afterwards. And I pray that we will never give up. And I ask all South African IPOB to unite. We will never allow the enemy to divide us, because it looks like it's spiritual, but we believe that we can still do it right. I asked my leader, Mazi Ikechukwu, to turn around. I asked the deputy to turn around, because in my own direct, it's not everybody that's supposed to come out and just talk anyhow. When you know you are doing something wrong, stop exposing yourself. You are causing more damage to the work you already done before. Thank you very much. I'm all here, Biafra. Thank you, my comrade.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
All
much.
here, Biafra.
Yeah, thank you so much. Mazi Sunday. Mazi Eze.
Oh, IPOB.
One family.
Family. Ụmụnne m ekele m onye ọbụla nke onye chi ya zere, onye chiwe ya ṅụkwa ndidi. Okwu m enwere mmụọ ikwe m na-eme onye ọbụla encourage, no matter where you are, even if you know UK or you know USA or you know South Africa or whatsoever, as long as whatever you are doing in IPOB, you are doing it right, keep doing it. don't look at whosoever, no matter the position they are, to challenge you. As long as you know you are doing the right thing, following the code of conduct, continue doing the right thing. Because many are called, but few are answering the call. So as long as you know you are doing the right thing, because we have seen a lot, most especially here in Western Cape, so many things have been happening, but we pay the deaf ear to them, because if we continue to listen to many things, we will drop. Because one thing I always tell some people, in this struggle, we are not getting paid. We are spending more. So if you are spending, as long as you are spending and you are putting your money in the channel that our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi can announce in the air, know that you are doing the right thing. So many people, I don't know if they have turned this IPOB to a personal business, of which we IPOB Western Cape say no to those things. That's why we are fighting to those cabals. But we know they cannot win. They can never win. As long as IPOB Western Cape is concerned, they will never ever win. Even if they try come on the air and broadcast all our names as executive, we're still doing the right thing as our leaders say we should be doing, no matter what. Unless our leaders say, whenever he come out, say that we are doing it wrong, we know that we are doing it wrong. If he expel us, we know, okay, he expel us. Even if he expel us, he cannot expel us from Biafra. He just expel us from this IPOB. But as long as we are doing the right thing, one thing some people don't understand, this oath, whenever you take this oath, some people don't know the meaning of the oath they are taking. When you are in the spirit of taking this oath, you will feel shock on you that day you are taking the oath. Why people easily forget that oath? Because of selfish interest. I don't understand, because so our people are so ignorant because of money. They are so ignorant because of money. Look at what is happening in our land. We are supposed to be focused. Look at how they are just turning our leaders' case up and down. We're supposed to be focused. We are after money, all those things. So my encouragement word here is all of us to remain focused in whatever we are doing that we know is right. No matter if they broadcast us, we say no, we spare you. Let us keep doing the good until our leader come out and say the right thing. I greet you all. Let's continue doing the right thing. IPOB.
One family.
All hail Biafra. One family.
All hail Biafra. Yeah, Mazi Godwin. Because your own way you could your closing demand before the coordinator.
IPO.
One family.
IPO.
One family.
One family.
First, I'm making the host through this program. Na-ekenekwa the whole coordinator sọpụtara ebe a. Kenekwa Chukwu nọ n'eluigwe, Olisa bi n'igwe nye anyị ume ka anyị wee nọrọ na this program. Wee na-asị na I'll put one or two words on this particular thing I made today. And I'm taking this opportunity now. I go on onye IPOB, because sometimes I keep thinking now the brain and behind destroying a unit. I wish now we put those brain. A waiting IPOB. I'm on Biafra is on our palm. So onye ọbụla biko wepụ arụrụ na n'obi. Wepụ ahụ, wepụ mpụ. Let us, we are only do I see we are whiter than snow. Let everybody bring out the white heart he has for IPOB. IPOB is not a place you can play a prank. It's not a place you can be doing one or two things that is not good. IPOB is where you dedicated yourself to fight for the living and the dead. So I am sorry for the people that are here to destroy and not the people that are here to build. But I'm assuring you that we, the Western Cape, we are not destroyers, we are builders. And we will remain building. And we'll make sure that IPOB will come forth in everything. We'll make sure that Biafra will come forth in everything. And ya biko ya wepụtara onye ndu anyị ya ife ọbụla aka ọbụla abaka ji ya gbajie mana onye ọbụla na-asị na ọ ya nwụ ebe a to my own prayer ife ọbụla onye a kpere n'isi onye ndu anyị na-agara aga ya let it go back to him and the na-asị na-agba the whole IPOB worldwide ume na-asị onye ọbụla tinye aka n'ọlụ wepụ arụrụ ana wepụ mpụ wepụ aghụghọ wepụ ori wepụ ama. Let us use one mind and move. We are one family as we call ourselves, and we are under oath. That oath, people think that it's not working. It's working excellently. It's working. And let everybody bear it in mind. Rather, look forward to how you help your fellow IPOB member and your fellow BIAFRANs. So now, second with opportunity when they can only and they that now we will remain resolute with the Western Cape, and nothing will unshakable and nothing will shake us. Na-ekenekwa onye ndu anyị Mazi Innocent Alia na-asị na Jehova mbonye Thier as onye ndu ya na-edu gị n'ezinụlọ n'afọ Jesus. Thank you everybody and God bless you.
Yeah, Mazi, before you go, Mazi Godwin, I want Mazi Godwin, before you go, please, I want you to use maybe 1 minute to address to our HOD, Mazi Chika Edoziem, and our deputy Ezumezu and us now about that guy that threatened you. Please pass your message because they are listening to this program now. Pass this message to them, please. That guy that threatened you, please.
Yeah, what I will say about that is this. I believe now when our deputy HOD Ezumezu, there was a threat about the wife of our Western Cape coordinator, Innocent Alia, and the way they have been insulting her and threatening her, which I brought out the tape, I played, and I showed you the same thing I did today, because I'm very careful. I don't talk anyhow. Rather, if he calls me, I bless you. And he knows what I'm saying. And he blamed, and when they could not deny it when I placed this thing. That they tried to dodge themselves. All my friends for a long time, and the other opportunity I know that no one by his grace, by the grace of God, no one can destroy me because I'm not planning to destroy anybody. But let it be on record that they have threatened me and the whole world have had it. I have a lot of evidence piled up in my phone. So the whole HOD, the whole HOD, the whole DOS should hear it. Mazi Joseph Udeji, and our leader here in South Africa, Ikechukwu, is aware of it. He doesn't want to say anything because I am coming from the side of Innocent Alia. I reported it to Ayan Nachi, the one called himself PRO, and the brother of Ikechukwu. I reported it to him, and they never said anything. Rather, what he told me is that they will not say anything because it's coming from Innocent Alia. I'm coming from Innocent Alia. I am telling them now to bear witness because that threatening, I was called by Onyenchaya. A colored guy called me, was threatening me. Midnight, he called me more than 4 days, threatening me until when I removed the case. Now they stopped the guy from calling me. So they should bear it in mind that they are threatening me by call and by a lot of words that I have in my phone. I can present it anytime they called me. So I'm not dodging. I have all the evidence that he called me and threatened me, including and everything. I have it. So, and that most of IPOB members are we don't know what is killing them. Just like that. They have killed a lot, but I'm not even able to. So these are the things we need to flesh out. They should look into this thing and put it to and stop, so that it will stop. If not, our members are dying. We don't know what is killing them, and they still keep threatening people. Even keep threatening people because something is backing him up. Nobody wants to talk about it. Let our leaders please rise up and stop this. Our people are dying innocently, and some people call that oath. I know that many people take your oath doing evil in this IPOB. You should please rise and let this thing stop. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you. So,
thank you. Mazi Pico, please let me put something into this of my comrades. because it was me and him was there in coordinators forum. The threat is true and is real. The threat is true and real, and our national, they don't want to defend any of our Western Cape coordinators. Even the recent threat was me, because I was telling them, don't say South Africa is going well when you know you are lying against Western Cape. And one thing I want to tell our deputy DOS, Mazi Ikechukwu, I'm sorry for all these things that is happening in South Africa, but the reason why you guys are making mistakes is you don't investigate from the other side of the issue. They are lying, bringing out a lot of allegations, trying to blackmail a lot of comrades behind because they have access to your phone or your email. Western Cape don't know how to communicate with Mazi Ikechukwu or DOS, Mazi Chika Edoziem, and Mazi Ekeloleke. He was one of our member in DOS that come to discuss our issue. They are lying to all these our comrades and our leaders in IPOB. But you people should come up and try to know what is going on in the other side of the problem. Who and who is this? Those names they are calling. Try to call up those names. Try to know who knows them, who knows what is going on in their unit or in their zones, so that you will not be doing mistakes. Then people will be saying, DOS do this, DOS do that. I don't like that kind of names. But I know the mistake our leaders are doing is because they're not having enough information. They're not having enough true stories about what is going on. Please, I want them to look into it. Don't just take what mostly South African comrades, Mazi Ikechukwu, Mazi Aganachi, and so on. They take advantage of being closer to our national coordinator, Mazi Ikechukwu, and they are lying against any comrade they don't like into that South African executives or South African, whatever we are doing in South Africa. If they don't like you, if you don't do things according to what they want and how they like it, they will just blackmail you. The latest name they are giving to someone, they will tell you, you are autopilot, which there's nobody in Western Cape that is even listening or doing anything contrary to what IPOB believe on. There's nothing like autopilot in Western Cape. And that is the latest name they are giving to us. And we don't like it. And we are very, very bitter against that. They should stop lying against us. We are not doing anything against IPOB movement or against IPOB leadership. Even Innocent Thier, they could not give us a reason why Innocent was removed. And when we pressed harder, they told us in coordinators forum in South Africa that Innocent area is stopping them in some of the things they want to do. But I know when Mazi Ikechukwu was around, he said, agree and disagree into this organization is not a sin. It's to develop mind and bring more better ideas in whatever we are trying to do or what we bring as our project. So Innocent Thier didn't commit any crime because he disagreed on some of the things they argue inside the executives. And that is why they go around and lie against him and remove him out of Western Cape. That is where I want Mazi Ikechukwu to look into. It's not just because Innocent Thier don't do anything harmful. There's nobody he threats. There's no money he eats. Rather, if it's possible, I would say IPOB Western Cape or IPOB South Africa is still owing Innocent Thier a very huge amount of money, if I'm not lying. If anybody can tell me the difference or equivalent of 25,000 rands, I am sure of this 25,000 rands IPOB Western Cape is owing to Innocent Thier, but it's not asking us to pay that money, but what he contributes in what we are doing without any fight, without any argument. And he's not talking about that. And now they're bringing it like Innocent Talia is a bad IPOB member. It's very, very unfair. I'm telling you the truth. And we in our Western Cape, we're not happy. And we can never allow anybody to bring problem into us, because they campaign and decide they will put problem into IPOB Western Cape. They said it, I have the recording. They said they want to disorganize, they want to scatter Western Cape. People that is so peaceful, people that is doing things because they love themselves, they're doing things together. They said we want to break them. For what? I'm very, very, very disappointed into IPOB South Africa against Western Cape. Mazi, thank you very much. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, thank you.
Yo,
Mazi,
all hail Biafra.
Yeah, our coordinator. So,
Hello? IPOB?
One family.
One family.
Okay. Yeah, Mazi Kenzaki here. The last thing I want to say is to let IPOB all over the world know once again that the problem happening in South Africa is not from here in Western Cape, but rather it is man-made out of jealousy. Before they wanted to change the IPOB coordinator in Western Cape, they asked somebody, and the person came and told us that they told him they wanted to use him and destroy IPOB Western Cape. This is not an article. I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but a clear evidence. He came and told us they wanted to use him. That's what they told him, to destroy the peace and cohesion existing in IPOB Western Cape. And he later submitted to that. Out of the fact that some people are postmongers, they needed posts. So what I want to say, tell IPOB all over the world is that we remain resolute under one umbrella, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who pilots these affairs of IPOB. Don't give up. And again, what I want to say, tell IPOB all over the world again is that don't look for trouble where there is no trouble. I don't know why. Let me tell you, in IPOB South Africa, the type of threat, the type of insult you will receive from members, you cannot receive it outside there. No member or nobody outside of IPOB will insult you the way IPOB member will insult you in South Africa. Because maybe they know people that can kill, they know people that can handle the gun. In IPOB South Africa, I will count to you, from last year to this year, they have shot and killed about 4 members of IPOB South Africa, if not more than. Every day we are crying. Not even natural death. About 5 of us here in South Africa have been shot and killed. Have we ever tried to find out why these people are being shot and killed? No. Instead, threat. So my dear brothers and sisters all over the world, pray for IPOB South Africa. Pray for IPOB Western Cape. Pray for our lives. Pray that we all will be alive until Biafra comes, because Biafra is coming soon. And indeed, God will see that all of us are happy and alive to witness Biafra. God be with everybody. IPOB.
One family.
One family.
One family. Thank you.
Yeah, Mazi Innocent Aliam. So,
Mazi, Biafrans all over the world. I'm happy at least. Western Cape have come here today to clear their conscience. So, I know that after today's broadcast, instead of people to go and search their soul and see how they can make amends, they will now come out with full force. So I'm asking you, instead of coming out with full force to come and attack us more upon the complaint we are giving here, think in your mind and find a way to make it work. We are not dragging power from here. We are not, the way they are saying, you are looking for autonomy. It's a rumor that you got from Onyeka from here before. And the way he told you is not the way it is. So don't run with it. And besides, even if we are looking for autonomy, isn't it what Biafra is looking for? So how can you stop somebody who wants to be free? But that's not what we are looking for, the way you people are insinuating it and believing in it. Every lie, you run away with it. So we are not afraid anymore. Once your name is mentioned once on the radio, you know, you can't be afraid anymore. Afraid of what? So we are like a free bird now flying around. Everybody make amends. We are not looking for trouble, and we didn't come out here today to come and cause trouble. Rather, we come to make sure that no other country or unit or zone will undergo what we went through. Because if you had kept quiet, other people will face it. Other people will face it. But with this, it should be a stop. Let this be the first and last to happen to any IPOB family. Mentioning name on radio is very bad. Even if you want to do that, you must make sure it's 101% before you do such. Marakwado na ndị Hausa na ndị Fulani ihe ọ sọrọ ha mee ha na-agwakwa gị na ndị Boko Haram wụ ụmụnne ha. Ọrụzie nwanne gị na-ekwuba ekwu aka ha aka ime ihe a ga-eji egbu ya. Onye gị na-anọkwa under oath. You are under oath together that you cannot offend and put a principal officer like you in danger. So why? Let us be careful. Our comrades here have said everything, so I don't have much to say. We are here. We are not going anywhere. Thank you very much, Biafrans all over the world. We remain resolute. We pray for our leader to come out as quick as possible. We need him. Thank you, Biafran. Thank you, Mazi George. Thank you, Mazi Ezumezu. We love you guys from here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful.
They will connect us.
Yeah. Mazi George, man, I think you have to give your own closing remarks so that we go off from here.
Yeah. I just want once again to thank you guys for coming. Tonight is a dedication, and you know, when Onyemdu started this movement, this preaching, like when Radio Biafra was firstly, Onyemdu wasn't anchoring Radio Biafra, he wasn't doing it, but he was mandated from heaven that he must come there. I want to say something here. You know, Carol Monday was Onyemdu's secretary. I remember that lady in the UK here. She's in media. As one narrative she gave us one time, she said the first day she went to see Onyemdu was sitting down. Onyemdu is a very gentle man, a good listener. But you know, our leader is not handsome, he's beautiful. You have to use that word for him. You know, so when you see him, he's a very calm man. He said, but after he has had conversation with Onyemdu and all that, the moment Onyemdu step up on the microphone, I want to become a roaring lion. And when you go back to Niger, what he said about our leader. And if you're pure in concerning, like me, when I talk about Biafra, I don't talk nicely. Because that spirit must possess you. If you don't possess by that spirit, then you know you're not. And no wonder there's people Biafra that talk vilely. Because the people that we are fighting for, after we passed that sack, you know when Onyemdu did the first what is it called again? The cenotaph they done in Enugu in 2014 or 15, if I'm not mistaken. That the Rafu Wazulike boys went to destroy because Zoo never want to. They never want that, but they don't know what that stands for. Biafra war was only war in the whole universe. That even our refugees couldn't come back. That's why you have them in Equatorial Guinea. Across board, all the Mediterranean Sea, when they dumped them, the ones that went abroad, they never came back again. After the war, nobody came back. All our people that went for exile. So what I will say again tonight is that tonight is the beginning of a new era within IPOB. Because we must emerge victoriously. What we don't, I don't care. I don't want to know. Personally, I sworn an oath, and I believe in that oath totally. Like you guys said, you know, we played a voice before. If you remember what I told you, Mazi Ikechukwu, that particular voice that guy said on Radio Biafra about South Africa is very dangerous. That guy is a primary suspect. You need to get that guy's name. Anybody that shot in South Africa, that voice. You guys go back to Radio Biafra and get that voice. They are the people killing people in South Africa. We understand how notorious South Africa is.
That was Mazi Ayanachi everybody was talking about.
No,
it's
Chukwudi, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys must know. We will play that voice at the close of this program. You guys remember, these are the real cabal. You know, I know some of you are using the words, you know, about leadership. The leadership and all. These people, they have made their decision. I mean, this is not something they think overnight. They have made their decision. They have chosen their own path. It's up to me and you now to persevere on where we're standing. On the ground we are now, it is not, they're not getting, there's no message to them to get because they know what they were doing. You know, when you're doing something out of sight, but something you already knew. When you do rendition, they were aware when you was going to rendition. That's why we see China today talks. Have you ever had them mention Onion as a spin leader anymore? In Edo Biafra, have you seen somebody say our leader is a spin leader in Edo Biafra? Have you had that again? They don't say it anymore. Whoever, do you know how Onyendu was given that name? Do you know how spin leader came about of Onyendu? Onyendu asked for it. Onyendu was in DSS. Onyendu was in Kujo prison before we gave him that honor. Do you know who made that happen? It was Uchemofo. Today, who calls Nanikano a spin leader? Even then, they will kick and say, why would you mention Onyendu as a spin leader? A lot of people, even I said, Okubo say Nanikano cannot be supreme. Or have our internal leader. This is Odumegwu Ojukwu. But Mazi Nanikano is the spin leader of indigenous people. How many times have you had Chika, Edoziem, China Sanworu? Tells you all you need to know. They don't use that word anymore. That word has gone into a thin air. Because they believe Onyendu won't come out alive. Just know that. Now they have diverted our fund. There's no, all of you that is here. Thank God you guys came and spoke. I'm telling you now, God, you may speaking. Issue of finance is not something that this is orchestrated because they started with Nelly of Febu. Yeah, if you guys remember, before Onyendu was rendition, somebody was saying that Onyendu was going to rendition. Onyendu was going to be kidnapped. People are close to him. It was rendition. Now they were saying that Madam Nene must be audited. Second, they said Madam Nene must move all the money to America. America account, they closed. $747,000 was in that account. The first ESN account. 747,000 was in that account. We have all the evidence. Chika Edoziem was in the known. This is not about hearsay. 747,000 in the former ESN account. Madam Oyibo withdrew that money. That was where our first problem started. A day will come like we are here today. You know, our own program, we don't gossip. We bring it here. Just like our code of conduct, if I upload it now, like you guys have been saying in finance and everything, we have them. I know it's in closing remarks, but what we are doing, we already said, this is weekend, you know, so there is nothing, again, we are worried about. So at the end of the day, the truth must always be told. So, but the day we will unveil that issue of that 747,000, now nobody has asked Chika Edoziem. No, sorry. This is our oath actually, because if I don't want us to read our oath here, because if you go into reading of our oath, then Karabasa agree. This is our code of conduct, right? Our code of conduct will be on the screen. People can see it. But the reason why I'm giving this closing remark is that none of you know what you have done tonight by coming out and setting this record straight. Like Mazi said when the first time he come to our program, that the inspiration that he drew in from what we are doing. And the same thing I'm telling you guys today, you guys have done noble. And we will not relent on doing the right thing. Because at the end of the day, all we are asking for is not something that anybody don't know. But the fact still remains that the people we are looking up to asking them to change will not change. You know, will not change. They will not change. 1 second, I need to get this out of the way. I don't know why it's not coming out. It will not change. You know, it will not change. So in IPOB, I need to take this off the screen. in IPOB code of conduct, there's nothing I want us to see here before all of us go, right? Like you guys have stated. When it comes to finance, I don't want us to start going into deep on it. But if we go back into that finance that brought all this problem in IPOB, I told you that these men have already made up their mind. Because if some of us remember, Chika Edoziem came to Radio Biafra and announced and mentioned Austin Albani's name. Now you ask yourself, what is Austin Albani's business with our finance? If you ask that question, then it becomes $1 million question that no one has answer to, you know. But at the end of the day, look at it here. It's here, very clean here. I can put our screen to 1 second. I can put our screen. You can actually see it on the green. But I can put our screen on the, what is it again, on full screen, so it could be easy to read. I could see here where he said it here. Anything concerning finance on the green. He said to ensure that every finance will be transparent, and the IPOB head of finance and treasurer shall have electronically access to all financial accounts set up by international or national, either directly by IPOB or by its agent or representative. This is what we are fighting for, nothing else. And somebody will tell you now, Chika Edoziem now will come and tell us that Austin Albani now will be in charge. And if we go further, even for you to do any fundraising, you have to contact Madam Nyanya or when it comes to issue of finance. So we want to lay it to bed tonight so that people cannot be, you know, misunderstood on what we are saying here or what we are doing. So about the problems, we give all the chance. Anytime, Mazi, the coordinators are ready to come out, and we will come out and say the record straight, Mazi. For me, what I want us to do is that we must stand on our ground. I'm very happy that you guys are united back there. In UK here, we are struggling in the UK because they came in here and so many things has happened, but they're getting the message. And at the end of the day, what is happening in South Africa is happening across board. Some of you saw what happened the other day. We went to the court in UK for the first time. In first time here, you know, the Secretary of State of this country, they were answerable to BIAFRANs the first time it happened, but none of these people were there. The money we contributed, no money is nowhere to be found, but still, we are pushing forward. So, Mazi, I will stop here because we are taking a lot of time, and I thank every single one of us that were in this program and those that are watching us and fellow BIAFRANs that have joined us in this program. And I pray that Chukwu will give all of us the discerning mind and spirit. And at the end of the day, what we are asking for, that Biafra shall be restored. And our leader will come out. Don't mistake about it. Mazi Ikechukwu will come out, and will come out victoriously. Thank you, Mazi.
He said, thank you. Thank you, Director. Thank you.
I don't
know.
Thank you. Good night.
Now, I know this music will be fine now.
Yeah, go on.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Commissioner.
about cannot tell how we feel about the things you do for us.
Are you struggling to stand for our rights? We say thank you for protecting Biafran land.
Yeah. You've been fighting so hard, protecting motherland against the Fulanese, enemies of Biafran land.
They are the soldiers that we know, bronzes of God and keepers say, hey.
If it's not for IPOB, tell me where do I go? If not for ESL, where do we stay? If not for IPOB, tell me where do I go? If not for ESL, where do we stay? IPOB.
Thank you,
ESN. Thank you, IPOB. We say thank you, ESN. Thank you.
I say never slow down until our enemies are all down. Yeah.
You've been the power I can rely on. That is a fact that I can't deny.
Champion soldiers fighting stronger and protecting life. The pain you feel today will be the joy you feel tomorrow.
We say yes to you, yes, like every day. Cause if it's not for
IPOB, tell me where do I go? If not for ESL, where do we stay? If not for IPOB, tell me where do I go? If not for ESL, where do we stay? IPOB, thank you. ESL, thank you.
we are grateful to God for the ESN. Progress with your elbows. Thank you.
Oh yes, ESN is here.
Long live ESN. Long live IPOB. Long live our leader Mazi Ikechukwu. All hail Biafra. Biafra, we heard you. Support ESN wherever you are.
Yeah, hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, IPOB, one big family. Yeah, this Mazi Ikechukwu. So, if we have had it all, you know, all what we did today is to educate Biafrans and also to tell the leadership to come back to the right channel. We only demand two things: obey the code of conduct and implement our leaders' message. This is what we stand for, and this is what we are demanding for. No, we thank IPOB worldwide. We thank every man, every woman. We say, may Chukwu Biama bless us all. From me, from here, good night.